Howdy, howdy, howdy everybody, and welcome to the PC Finals. My name is Counterfeit, joined by Daedalus, and guys, we're going to be running through 8 of the best teams on PC. Daedalus, we tend to get the most streamer action out of the PC ones. Unfortunately today, from what you told me, you won't be able to be at your PC, but I'll be able to be at mine and play with the guys, as we're just about to do right now. So guys, use the passkey ESL123 if you want to come and join in. We've already got our first community game going. Our admins will be running things behind the scenes. Barbaros is getting everything sorted out. DM Sonic, my chips are ready. Let's watch and enjoy the stream. What a great idea, Sonic. I couldn't agree with you more. So guys, ESL.
Chips too.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Yeah, but I want chips too, Sonic. Can you share, please?
Some computer chips for young Daedalus. Oh, cribbins. So Hero Gaming Simon Daedalus was just away from keyboard for a second there, but he's back now, and better than ever.
Hello. Hello, Hero Gaming Simon. Welcome to the stream, Hero Gaming Simon. I am ready. Are you ready? Are you hyped? Which team are you looking forward to? Counterfeit, we get to pick our first match of today, and I'm thinking either Alpha OP versus Omni Esports or Team Arbolito versus Score Gaming.
I think I personally would prefer to see Score Gaming versus Team Arbolito, because Omni Esports definitely are the favourites coming into today's tournament, but Arbolito, they've managed to win a tournament before, though they've had not such great luck recently. They're a team which I'm really interested to see, and to have as well the return of Score Gaming on the stream, who have been absent for quite some time, is a treat as well.
Well, I've asked our admin to go grab that for us, Counterfeit, so get hyped and get ready.
Alright guys, ESL unos dos tres. If you are Spanish speaking friends, we're going to be doing as many community games as we can fit in over the course of the day until the tournament is done. Oh jeez. Easy for us. Is MC worth the play for newbies? Well, I think there's oftentimes people coming through the stream who are new to the game as well, so any of you guys who are new to MC5, do hit up Easy Frost, and maybe you guys can play together. It's one of the reasons for the stream, to bring all of our fine MC5 fans into the same place.
Sniper Ranger wants to play against you, Counterfeit.
Well, you can do it. Just use the passkey ESL123 as we sneaky beak around here and hopefully don't get shot. Nope, our hope was in vain.
Well, Counterfeit, you did your best. You did your best, my friend.
I hope not. Otherwise, my best was not good enough.
Well, I mean, you very often die on PC, so...
The lethality on PC is crazy. Let's...
Well, perhaps it's just your lethality that's crazy.
I hope so. I mean, that would be nice. But look how quickly you get oh, Massimo was actually shooting us from behind. Okay, never mind. Sonic can't share their chips, but they can share Doggo coins. Black Zone MC5, welcome to the stream. I hope you're able to come and join us.
What is Doggo coins?
I'm assuming it's some kind of Bitcoin.
Perhaps. Well, come to the stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Okay, I think that's someone on our team. Nope. I think it is, because we're not killing them or even doing anything. Okay, that was kind of weird. Crank gave you some Doggo coins.
You heard them for, what, like 33% of their health?
That's more than the 0% I've been doing up until this point. Huh! Doink!
Touche.
I was seeing if I could oh, that was a bit weird. I was trying to see if there was a place I could ricochet the grenade off, which would send it into that main section there. I'll have to give that a try sometime. We should Google it, Sonic. I make it a point of order to never Google anything if I can avoid it. That way I can remain in ignorance. So guys, as Dealers mentioned, we'll be getting into our first game of the day momentarily. Score Gaming versus Team Arbolito, the little trees that could. But while we wait, do come and join us on stream if you're on PC. Do be aware, iOS guys, that the iOS competition has been shifted to next weekend. So do not be alarmed if you don't see it listed. We will be having 2 iOS streams next weekend to make up for the lack of iOS this weekend.
Counterfeit. I googled Doggo coin.
And what did you find?
I'm very confused.
You're more confused than when you started.
I have no clue what I just looked at.
Well, give us the pieces of these Doggo coins and we'll see if we can figure it out as a stream.
It's a peer-to-peer digital currency with a dog's face and a golden coin.
Intriguing.
It's a Doggo coin, so it's a coin with a dog on it.
I mean, I was assuming it was something like Bitcoin, which, I don't know, I've never done Bitcoin myself.
It is. It's a digital currency.
It's all so confusing.
It's just a Bitcoin with, well, a dog on it.
Yes, oh, we've got a non-Spanish speaking fan in the chat, so bienvenido, Raul Istro Jamilo? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever got someone's name right.
Well, you've got my name right. Multiple times.
Ah, there you go.
Bienvenido al show.
Oh, apparently welcome to the show is bienvenido al show. That seems pretty straightforward. So, Blackstone MC5 asking about the Android tournament. Unfortunately, there was some confusion with the scheduling for the Android and PC tournaments. They're actually taking place at the same time. So we're only going to be able to cover one of them. Shouldn't happen again in the future, but unfortunately, it does mean we won't be able to bring you Android this time around. We will, I believe, be back on Android next weekend, though, as well. So do not worry. We had Android yesterday, and we should have it again pretty darn soon. Hello, Nova Taylor. Neil Morton, any news for the next Battle Royale update? No, but I will add that to my list of things to check in on. Let's see. So, my understanding is that there are going to be some new bits and pieces added to the Battle Royale, but I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. Alright, let's get this game started. Oh, Soldier, you gonna join? Hey, look, it's Nova Taylor.
Hey. Well, Lucas Fretix saying hello in the chat. And apparently Raul Isidro Jeremilo does not like news.
Oh no. Well, you're gonna have a tough time watching me play the game then. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so...
Self-reference, I love it.
We're gonna keep on working. Usually by the end of the stream it get a little bit better. I think to start with... Let's see, I'm trying to remember. So the stuff to do is to keep a wall to one side of you so you can only be shot at from a few different angles. We're doing free-for-all, so... Oh,
it's also a really good idea to always aim down your sights. It's better a dot side comfort. But with that being said, we have our first passkey of the day.
But it's also the first game where I'm actually doing it right. Shucks, shucks, shucks. Well, I guess duty calls, everybody. So you can still come and join in with the passkey ESL 123. But we've got business to attend to. Team Arbolito and Score Gaming. I think if memory serves, Team Arbolito, hailing from Ecuador, Score Gaming, of course. Any of you long-term viewers will know, hailing from Mexico, though with a pretty different lineup than we're used to seeing. Because I believe the old iteration of Score Gaming have dissolved and gone into other teams. This one carries on the name, but perhaps not the same fortunes.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to wait and see, Counterfeit, how they fare, this new team. But you're definitely right that the legends of old, Score Gaming, they're not here. So this edition of Score Gaming is gonna have a hard time.
Alright guys, we'll be getting into our pre-game lobby momentarily. There we go. And make sure we're on all of the right stuff. Alright, let's change across to PC. Shazoom! Marvellous. Alright, so we're going to be going into the first game of the quarterfinals. Let me just update everything there. So, dealers, let me spin you a tale of Team Arbolito and Score Gaming. As I mentioned before, back in the July-August finals, which took place in September of 2019, the Team Arbolito, which is headed up by Reckless and Leonidas, so they'll be on the left-hand side of your screen right now. They managed to win out the whole darn thing, beating out Score Gaming, Umbrella, and Clan Legendario on the way. But since then, they have not to win a tournament. They've lost 3 in a row. What do you think of that?
That is a huge loss streak. I'm actually quite surprised because I remember Arbolito, they've done so well in the past, but perhaps I'm just thinking of golden times where Arbolito, they were new to the scene and they just dominated everyone.
Let's see. So, Team Arbolito, they've been around for about 6 months. I'm having a quick look through. They have had a fairly big change-up of roster. One of the big names that's no longer on the team is Warren. I don't know if you remember them specifically, but they were a very, very powerful player when it came to the Commander, as I make sure I actually get into the slot to play. But over for Score Gaming, they last took to the field back in September of 2019 as well, taking a undefeated run through the tournament, beating out Squad Nab, Savages, and Pepperoni Nibbles, who are playing here today. But let's have a quick look at the team history. Yes, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new members at least. So we've got JNVA, who's only been a member of the team since today. Spidey X, Rose, and Valve. Taquitos? I think Taquitos might have been around for a while. But yeah, it's a totally different Score Gaming team. They carry on the name. I mean, thinking back, Score Gaming did win some tournaments in their time, but mostly they would tend to come in second or third. But hey,
they always got a very long, like they got very far into a tournament. So, like, obviously, I feel like you're right that they haven't won a lot of tournaments, but they used to really dominate the scene by getting to that second or third place.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it's a new day. It's great to see these teams picking up the mantle of the teams that have come through before. I know, Wartien, this is one of your favourite games to play on cheap devices. I think there is a fairly low requirement. Let's see. Okay, it looks like they've made a new lobby. Let me just...
Okay, I've asked our admin if he got a new passkey, but we'll wait and see.
Hey Shinsuke, welcome to the stream.
In the stream.
Oh, you're breaking up a bit, dealers.
Well, you're breaking up a bit.
Well, I mean, that's kind of part of the same thing, I suspect. But guys...
Probably, yeah. Well, do you think we need to change our region on Discord?
Maybe. I don't know. Where do you feel like going?
Let's go to Russia.
That seems like the furthest away we could all be from where either of us are, but alright. Let's give it a go. So it looks like the teams have switcherooed around the place as we're coming in to the first ESL game of the tournament. Julia Hiley ready to rock. Shinsuke is here as well, and our wonderful moderator, Hero Gaming Simon. Love to see all of you guys. I hope you're looking forward to seeing this newest incarnation of Score Gaming. Made up, I think, almost entirely of new players. If they can carry on the Score legacy, that would be a pretty big deal. But as we said, Arbolito, they are previous monthly finals winners, so they're not to be taken lightly. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Intruder Gaming, thank you for dropping by the stream, even if you're not a current player. I hope you'll change your mind about the game as you go. Black Zone, I hope that you are full of delicious coffee. Or perhaps you've changed to a different beverage of choice. I don't know. Either way, I hope it's delicious. Soulcatcher, welcome as well. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Let's get everything set up for the opening round. Let's see, so Arbolito, where are you hiding? There we go. From Ecuador. So again, Score Gaming will be over in the left on the blue. Team Arbolito over on the right. And I think D-List will be back in just a second. I think the Discord's gone a bit crazy. Score Rose, good to see you in the chat. Yes, Iron Gaming, Score has made a return. I don't know quite what the circumstances were of the changeover between the two. As in, if they've kind of, you know, gotten the blessing from the old Score Gaming players. I'm assuming that's the case, but I don't know for certain. Let's just see. How odd. Just a second, let's try change around the place. I'm just going to do a quick restart on my Discord to see if I can fix what's going on. Well, don't worry guys, I'll be back in just a second once I've figured out what's going on. It looks like our players are pretty much ready to go. X9 Dragon, welcome as well, and Nicki Minaj as well. Regards to all of you. Alright guys, so our first game is just about ready to rumble. Let's head out onto the field of battle and see what these guys have got for us as Score Gaming make their return, glorious or otherwise. Ah, the old streets. How fond we are of ye. Leonidas will be the first one to load in. As... oh, let's just do a little bit of rejigging on our game. It looks like we're a little bit wonky with the display there. Oh, of course, yes. On the PC, the score of the game isn't showing itself, so apologies guys. That should be getting hot fixed in the next patch. But for now, we'll just have to make gratuitous use of the scoreboard. Oh, there you are.
Hello. Oh, you can hear me.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Wait, why were you saying that if you didn't think I could hear you?
Well, wait, confused. Why are we in India now on the region?
I don't know. I just changed around to try and get things to work again.
Oh, okay. Also, it's pretty damn cool that we can't see any scores.
Yes.
Okay, are we kind of it. I think a 50% chance that our...
oh, you're breaking up pretty badly. Let's maybe...
Let's try... just go back to Europe.
Sorry about this, guys. Alright, so let's just...
Can you hear me? It's better, right?
I can, but you're kind of going in and out. Alright, well, we'll try and sort it out between rounds. For now, let's just catch up on what's actually happening in the tournament game itself. We can currently see, we'll have to do a little bit of maths to figure out where the points are. The Toke is leading the Team Arbolito squad from Ecuador. Currently looking pretty darn good, as it's looking like we might be seeing a score getting a little bit spawn camped here by the Ecuadorian team. You can see that there is one disconnect though. But Reckless and the Toke seem like the ones to be keeping your eyes on right now. 6 and 3 and 7 and now 2. Oh, there you are again.
I think Real G is someone you need to look out for as well. Sitting at 4 kills and 1 death. That's not the most impressive score in terms of kills, but having died so little gives your team so much more to work with, because when you die, obviously you hurt your team, so the more deaths you have, the worse.
That is for sure. And let's see, 16, 20, 24 kills for Team Arbolito, and 14, 16 kills for Score Gaming. It's looking like the Ecuadorian team are doing it pretty darn well right now. Hops, welcome to the stream. We are all doing good here today. I hope you are as well.
Well, kind of it. I am doing quite well. I'm here with you, and we're watching MC5. It couldn't be better. And you know what? We're also watching Arbolito kick some Score butt.
Yes, it is looking like the newly reformed Score Gaming are struggling against Team Arbolito here. The little trees seem to be giving them a big old fight. I mean, I think this is, this has got to be what we expect coming into this one. For Score Gaming themselves, the original Score Gaming, it was a long journey to become one of the better teams in the competition. I think we are having it demonstrated that just having the name isn't going to be enough. We need to see this Score Gaming team, or this new Score Gaming team, stick around for a while.
Yes, they need to develop their synergy counterfeit. When you work together as a team in MC5, it's very strong, and honestly, you can't always rely on having great individual players. Some teams, they do that, but when you're coming together as a new team, you need to work together. You need to figure out what your play style is all about. And right now, Score Gaming doesn't seem like they know what their play style is about.
I think it might just be damage control at this point, hoping it to at least make it through to the next game as intact as possible. This first game of the quarterfinals seems to be pretty heavily dominated though. As we check in, Ultra, the top scoring member of the score lineup right now, is also one of the highest deaths on the squad along with Valve. It's pretty one-sided up to the end. We should be pretty close to the timer running out, but let's see. Ooh, 27, 38, 40. We're in the 40s somewhere for Arbolito. Quick mass, it's the best.
Yeah, well, you are definitely quick counterfeit, but Arbolito, they're getting ready for that last stretch, and honestly, it's not a very good look for the team of Score Gaming when they lose with 10 kills against a team that only played with 4 players. I know you're coming in as a new team, but this is something that you need to figure out how to deal with, because you can't afford to bleed as much as you did in this game in every single game going forward.
A big shout out to Detoke there from the Arbolito squad. Very, very nicely done. Furiosa from Score did go 9-8 in that game, which, based on the other players' scores, that's actually pretty good under the circumstances. We'll have to see what happens in game number 2, but for now, we'll be jumping out of here and into our next community game, so please do come and join us. ESL 1, 2, 3. And we'll get things underway as soon as the players are ready to go.
Wait, are you already in a custom game?
Oh no, I gotta get out of this one first, and then go into the next one.
I was so confused. I was like, how did you manage to do that so fast? Well, kind of sometimes you have quick fingers, so I mean, you are pretty damn fast at setting up custom games, so I wouldn't have been surprised if you were able to do it that fast.
I mean, I don't like to even think how many custom games you set up over the time. Should hopefully be alright at doing it by now. Let's grab ourselves our next place. Where should we go to for our next team battle, Douglas?
What about Advantage?
Alright, let's give it a go. So you'll need tier 7 weapons, tier 3 armor. We turn off Marauder for the time being. Look for in the next update, guys. I hope you keep an eye out for the changes which are coming up, and that you'll hopefully be pleased with the way things have gone. Watch this space, of course, For now, come in and join us on stream with the passkey ESL123. So good to see so many of you guys online that I could directly invite into the game. We will need a lot of bodies in here to fill up Vantage, so get in there quick. We'll be getting into game number 2 between Team Arbolito and Score Gaming very, very soon.
Kind of it. Do you think Score Gaming can make a comeback? Do you think that they are going to be able to do this? After all, their new team, they haven't been able to build up that synergy quite yet. I mean, my guess is that they're not able to come back against Arbolito. When they get a beating like that against a team that only has 4 players, you definitely have a lot of work to do.
It's tough. I mean, the big thing that jumped out at me from the previous game was how Score Gaming's top scoring members were also the ones who died the most as well, which suggests that they need to probably play things out a little bit more slowly. I think, you know, given that they were playing 5 versus 4, if that happens again, I'd love to see Score Gaming try and operate more as a kind of group and try and make sure they can use their numbers to at least get trade kills every time they get into a fight, rather than kind of running around and just getting into brawls constantly and letting the whole game be a series of 1v1s.
Good points all around, kind of it. But I would love to see Score Gaming try and move away from those 1v1s that you're talking about and move into a more coordinated playstyle. When you are a new team, you get so much more value for your money out of trying to work together as a team and figuring out what everyone's strengths they are and how you can complement each other.
For sure, I mean, that's the thing that comes together from all these teams who may be solo queue heroes to, you know, to finding out what they can do as a team together. It's hugely important, especially across the amount of games that get played on any given week for any given team. Whoop.
Whoop.
Oh, there's somebody here.
Get some kills. Shoot them in the face, kind of. Shoot them in the butt too.
Face and butt? I would need 2 different people for that.
Their butts.
Hey, it's Duran OP!
And you died.
Oh, there's no one over there. Okay. Maybe there was before. We're going to follow Tarzan around because they seem to know where they're going. So some questions about the voice chat. I believe, I'm not sure about whether there's voice chat on PC. I know there certainly is for Android and iOS. I suspect they may not have put it on PC just because there's so many other ways on PC to get that same kind of effect. Oh, I got completely fooled by that decoy.
Well, you know, I often get fooled by those decoys as well. They can look pretty damn human-like. They at least don't look like NPCs to me very often. Oh, nice headshot.
Thanks.
Is your team in the lead?
Oh, that's someone on my team. Never mind.
Yeah, that was not a. Sorry, that was a friend too.
I think our team's doing alright. Taquitos, so one of the actual Score players, for whatever reason, is in the game.
Yeah, your team is in the lead, kind of fit. Also, I believe we have a passkey. We do.
Well, what a great time to leave. Well, I think we're not quite quitting while we're here, but we're doing alright. Hey, Adge.
You were.
Right.
You were kind of fit. You were in the lead, my friend.
How exciting. Alright, so Team Arbolito and Score Gaming. Game number 2, guys who are watching the chat, do let us know how you think Score Gaming can go from a new as new can be team to a returning one. We did have a little bit of a chat with one of the members, JVNA, of the Score Gaming lineup before this all started, who was emphasizing that he thought that communication was key, but as the only non-Spanish speaking player on the team, apparently everyone starts yelling in Spanish and they don't know what anyone's saying.
That is quite a problem that you as a team need to figure out.
Alright, game 2 is almost ready. We'll see if Score Gaming can cross the language barrier and, of course, the barrier of winning that first game of the competition. It's got to be a huge relief for any team when you just get that first win under your belt to know that it's possible, especially based on that last game where it was a 10-kill advantage for Team Arbolito. Just getting that first win done, I think, makes it so much more likely you can go on to further ones. Anch saying Score isn't a new team maybe to PC. So Anch, you must have missed the discussion we were having before. So this Score Gaming lineup, the team absolutely is not new by any means, but the members of the team, I think apart from maybe Taquitas, are pretty darn new. So JVNA, we mentioned before, is one of the members of the team we talked to before the tournament all started, who finds the whole thing of being on Score when everyone's yelling in Spanish a little bit confusing. I mean, I would too. But I don't know. I don't know, Dealers, if you've ever sort of seen, the people have done a lot of videos about team communication. I don't know if to call back on your team experience from way back in the day, if you can remember. Like, can you remember anything about how you communicated on the team?
Oh, it's a long time ago kind of it, but I think the best way to communicate on a team will always be to have an in-game leader, someone who makes the calls, and then have someone who can back them up. So typically it's someone who plays a very heavy role, someone with a lot of importance. And I think just having one person make the call is always going to be the smartest decision, because then you have that one person that everyone can follow. And I think in a team you need to be able to follow each other and follow that one call. Sometimes it's not going to be the right call, but you need to be able to follow that one call.
So if we kind of figure this all out, so let's kind of like, you know, theory craft out a team communication. So say me and you are on a team, on the team with 3 other people. So if you're the team leader, like we go into a game, what's the first thing that a team should be talking about when they get into a game?
I would always talk about the strategy and what we know about the team that we're playing against. So obviously, if we know that we're playing against a team that's all about being aggressive, then you need to figure out a way how to limit the amount of opportunities that they're getting. So perhaps you need to start playing defensively. If that's not your thing, perhaps move out into groups of 2 and 3 in MC5, because there's 5 on a team. Move out into those groups and then play aggressive. If your opponents are coming in a 1-man unit, then suddenly you're gonna have that man advantage, and that's how you can start to like figure out the strategies and how to counter those that your enemies there are using. So that's something you should be talking about, what you know about the team and how you're gonna figure out how to deal with them.
So, okay, so we're in this theoretical game. If we're Score Gaming, so we come into this. I guess maybe we'll have to. I don't know if you kind of got the really chance to get this from the last game, but maybe we can start focusing in a little bit on what Arbolito are doing. So they'll be staying over on the right-hand side, the red squad. So if we're this theoretical team, I'm trying to figure out what would we be expecting here if we were Score Gaming from Team Arbolito.
Ooh, well, seeing what they did in the last game, I would expect Team Arbolito to try and control a small area on the map. Obviously, we did play on streets the last time, and the streets is all about that house in the middle that allows you to do so many different things. And the same can be said about overtime. You can stay up in that right-hand corner. You can just be up there and control that area, and I would expect Arbolito to try and do something like that again, because it seems like whenever they have control over an area and they can set the pace of the game from that area, then they perform the best.
Certainly on overtime, there's a couple of different places that could happen. We mentioned the top right-hand corner, very popular kind of camping location with only a few access points. There's also the bottom left-hand corner. As I check in with the chat, Surf Taz, I don't know quite what they're saying there. They're saying Pompeo is going to carry, but they've never seen them carry a match before. That seems rather contradictory to me. What do you think, Dealers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course they can carry, but if you've never seen the person carry a game before, then that's going to be a huge task to ask of them.
So Sonic's coming back with the further discussion as to what we were talking about before. So it's to say, to have a tactic doesn't really matter sometimes. You can have an endpoint, but it's not a fully tactical list, you know, to do step by step because it can change every time. I think that's fair enough. Like, so, I mean, if we're talking about this game, and I think you're right that, you know, for score gaming companies, they've got every reason to think that Team Arbolito are going to set themselves up in an advantage position, be that in the top left or bottom right, bottom left or top right, where there's limited access points, and just punish score, rather than having a main fight out where it could get a bit more crazy. But if that is the case, you know, if we're score gaming here, and that's what's being told to us before the game starts, what do we do? Like, what's our overall game plan here if we're going not just full victim again?
You kind of left the call right there, man.
Oh.
So, I didn't really get what you were saying.
Oh, sorry. So the gist of it being, if this is the case and Team Arbolito are going to try and control either top right or bottom left, what do you do if you're score gaming to stop that from being a winning strategy?
Well, I would say grenades are pretty damn strong in MC5, so if you can just like chuck a bunch of grenades in there, flush them out in that way, then that would be my strategy to finish off Team Arbolito.
We'll have to see how it ends up working. So we don't have the map to call on currently. The PC version is going to be getting hotfix to fix everything. Let's just see what you guys are playing. Surf Taz Pompeii not playing. There's some hope for score. I don't know what that whole thing was about. Maybe they're being sarcastic before. I think there's still a lot of support for score just based off the name. As, oh, let me just switch this around. There we go. So score gaming will be playing over in the blue. Arbolito over in the red. There is one kill coming through already. And it's looking like Score picked up 2 early ones.
Could you share your screen, please, so I can see what's happening in the game?
Okay. Let's get that done. So, sorry about that, guys. We use Discord to share the screen, and it seems to be hiccuping a lot recently. But we should be back up and running once again.
We need to do quick maths again. Nice. Well,
we need to do that on the stream.
My quick maths are saying that Score Gaming in the lead right now.
Yeah, it's looking pretty decent. The Toke from the side of Arbolito is doing decently, as it looks like this is more or less what we expected, but it's actually the other way round. So you can see here, Score Gaming, they've got control of the top right of the map, and they're the ones holding the ground against Team Arbolito, and I think, let's see, so 8, 10, 12, 13, yeah, Score Gaming are currently winning.
Well, Counterfeit, it is what we asked Score Gaming to do. We said, work together as a team. Don't try and go out as individuals. Try and take Arbolito down in a slow, controlled manner. And it's exactly what they're doing. They're working together, and they are winning the game because they are limited failures that they can do because they don't have to really go out and find Arbolito on a 1v1 case.
Let's keep an eye on those scores to see how it goes. It's looking like it's evening out a little bit more. I think we're more or less in even territory. Fox, the number 5, running the Bounty Hunter, is currently the top scorer for Score Gaming. Gladiator Games, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. One of the MC5 content creators for the Spanish language. Gladiator Games, how you doing? We're in ESL territory right now. We are currently watching a pretty strong performance from Score as they are on the cusp of elimination. The Toke from Arbolito is doing their darndest to try and make sure that happens, as they will get hammered from above. Those airstrikes keeping Arbolito on their toes.
Arbolito, they can't afford to lose too many kills, Counterfeit. Score Gaming, they're giving them quite a fight here in this game, and obviously Construction Side will be the third map, and we do have a third match as well. So like Arbolito, they're not going to lose the entire series off of this game, but Score Gaming, they're starting to work together, and Arbolito, they haven't figured out how to deal with this quite yet. Score Gaming, they're moving out in these two-man squads that I was talking about, Counterfeit, and Arbolito, they're still trying to fight those squads with a single person.
We can see that the teams have switched places. Arbolito now in the top right-hand corner trying to hold ground. We'll have to do some extra masters. Well, look at the numbers for Valve there. 16 kills. Does get taken out by a stray grenade as Ultrasonic, I believe, charges in there looking for the headshot. I think just about managed it. No! Back through the doorway again and running into more trouble. This is what we were thinking Arbolito would be doing from the beginning. They're holding the fortress right now. I have to assume that Arbolito are in the lead because Score Gaming are coming after them full force.
Score Gaming are not giving Arbolito a single second to breathe, Counterfeit. They're keeping them cornered into that corner right here. They're just boxing them down, and Arbolito, they're about to lose game number 2 here in this best of 3 series. Arbolito looked punishing and strong in game number 1, but unfortunately they kind of lost their tempo here between the games.
The little trees that could looks very, very good. We'll have to wait for the final score to come in. I think we must be very close right now. Valve is up on top as the huge carry for Arbolito in that last game. It's 50-42. Overtime belongs to Score Gaming, and it looks like Razor's enthusiastic support of Score Gaming in the chat was all they needed to turn this series around.
Yes, well, when you have fans counting on you, you try a bit harder. And now, congratulations to Score Gaming. They figured out how to do this as a team. But I will say that Fox and Valve, while they've been able to perform pretty damn well, Counterfeit, that you still had a few players towards the bottom of the table who didn't do too hot, and you need to figure out a way to get them into gear and into the game as well.
Alright guys, we're opening up to the stream once again. ESL 1, 2, 3. Do come and join us as we prepare ourselves for the last battle between Team Arbolito and the newly formed, or newly returned, Score Gaming. D-List, I'm excited to see Score Gaming manage to take that first game victory. So I was saying before the second game even started, they had to prove to themselves it was possible. Now they have. I think we'll see a much more confident Score in game number 3.
Oh, absolutely, Counterfeit. As a new team, getting that win against a team of the caliber of Team Arbolito, it definitely gives you a bit more fire to work with. And now let's see if they can carry that fire into game number 3, because they're not out of the woods yet. But they don't want to burn the woods down, because, you know, if they do that, they're not going to survive. And they're not going to be able to advance into the semi-final.
Gosh, that was quite the metaphor. But I guess we'll have to see in the woods for the trees. Surftaz. Oh, I see. I've got to try and distinguish between people who are trolling in the chat and the people who are actually reporting relevant information, which they look kind of similar sometimes.
They do? Do you really thought that was serious?
I don't know. I tend to take such things way too seriously. Mohammed J, welcome. JVNA is Equinox, says Surftaz. I have no idea. Sonic, can you get an admin/mod? What's up, Sonic? How ya doing? If it's, well, I'm assuming it's something to do with the tournament itself. But you can, even if you're not playing in the tournament, you can still file a ticket through the ESL website, and that will get through to the tournament admin in question.
Yes, and our admins are always looking forward to helping all the MC5 players. So if you have anything you need help with, just go and get that ticket up. Our admins rather, they are more than happy to help.
Yes, waiting for your call. It may be a little while. I believe there's just one admin running things today, so don't worry if it takes a little while to get it back. It will be answered as soon as possible, though if it's anything specifically tournament related, it will probably get gotten to a little bit quicker. Right, so we just need one more person now as the red team. There we go. Then we'll get things started. Construction site is our next destination. So good to see so many of you guys out here this evening supporting the stream. Let's get started.
Let's get it on.
What a wonderful idea, Deedless. Alright. So who have we got on our team? We've got Ellipses, ... Tarzan and Jade next. We're up against Omni, Assassin, Steve, and probably some other friends as well. Jaren OP. Oh, gosh. Oh dear. Yeah, Dealers, I feel like you need to be real careful with when you're throwing your grenades, because being locked out of firing is a pretty big deal.
Well, I would say that being in range of your own grenade is also a really bad idea, because those grenades, they hurt and they can definitely kill you if you're not careful, so you don't want to go anywhere close to your own grenades.
Ah, apologies guys, the PC version is getting a hotfix, but it looks like we will be running across some stability issues during the course of our stream today. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like it's affected any of the games so far, but we'll have to come and rejoin our game in just a second. For now, we'll be waiting on our next passkey, which should be coming through momentarily. ESL 123 is the passkey for the ongoing community game, which we'll be joining in a second. And please do throw some oohs into the chat, because we need more owl noises in our lives.
Do we really? Talk for yourself, kind of bit. I mean, I listen to owls all the time.
Oh, really?
I live in an owl city.
Well, I take it back. Maybe not everybody needs more owls in lives, but I sure as heck do. I want to live as a wizard, and you can't do that without an owl.
Well, you could always just get a toad.
I don't understand why people would want toads if you can have an owl, though, because a toad doesn't seem to serve any useful purpose, whereas an owl is... It's like having a mobile phone. Like, you've got a method of communication that's yours, whereas a toad just kind of sits around. And I guess maybe goes and fetches you things, but it's nowhere near as useful as having your own private postal service.
Well, what about a cat?
I don't know, did people ever have... It's kind of weird. Do you think that with witches and wizards, you would have... A cat would be a pretty common thing, but I don't remember people actually having cats as pets. I remember that people turned into cats.
Cats weren't that common at Hogwarts, at least during Harry Potter's time. But, you know, it might have just been because everyone gets cats. I mean, I'm allergic to cats. I'm just basing off my own experience of being an allergic or having allergy. And it's not very fun, I can tell you that.
It's true, that is something I have to imagine that...
Do you have music on, kind of it?
So the Sonic is turning off. Is talking about turning off the Christmas music, which is currently part of the of this patch, which it does come in occasionally. We don't have any Christmas music playing as a rule. Oh, hello. Aha! We've got game number 3 between Team Arbolito and Score Gaming coming up in just a second.
Hey! I am ready. I'm hyped. Are you hyped? Are you ready?
I am prepared for some top quality MC5. So I suppose so. So guys, dealers, coming into this series, I don't think we had that much faith in Score Gaming in this new iteration to carry on the legacy of the team that came before them, which is one of the most accomplished and long-running MC5 teams in MC5 esports. But game number 2 changed everything. Where does your vote lie for Score Gaming in the third game? Will they continue on, or will Arbolito cut them down before they get the chance to grow?
I'm going to say that Team Arbolito, they still stand the best chance, kind of it. I'm still fairly impressed with them and the way that they were able to handle game number 2. I mean, even though they lost, they were able to somewhat contain Score Gaming. They just didn't do it soon enough. Now, also, Score Gaming on PC, it is the same name, kind of it. It's a new team. It's not the one that we know from iOS, but Score Gaming on PC is a new project. So, if they can get together here today and really win this, then it would be impressive. But I do think Arbolito are looking like the best team.
Well, as Surfter says in the chat, Valve from the side of Score Gaming, 20 kills in that last game was really the reason why Score Gaming won the whole thing. Out here in the construction site, I can see Valve doing pretty well. I mean, so if we're basing this on what we've been discussing in the previous games, which does seem to be the team that controls space is the one that wins, how much of a difference do you think that's going to be for the construction site, as, you know, with it being a more open map compared to the streets and overtime from before?
I think it's going to make a huge difference, kind of it, but I think it's going to make a difference into the hands of Arbolito, because Score Gaming, what you saw them do in game number 2 was to try and go out in these 2-man squads. And now with you going on to construction side, where it's more open, as you say, you're more open to being shot from all different kind of angles as well. And that's going to hurt them quite a lot when they're moving into these units, because Arbolito, they're all about fighting as individuals. So if they can have flanks ready and shoot people, then they can just sandwich them together and completely eliminate Score Gaming.
I mean, one of the things which I really like about this as a ESL map in particular, construction site, is the underpass that runs down the right hand side of the map, which is completely cut off from anything on either side, but gives you a way to flank around the back of either squad. Or, you know, if the squads are on opposite sides of the map from each other, that underpass is the way to usually get behind the opposing lines. But not many teams are that coordinated to try and hold the opposing team's attention with a few members on one side while sending round the other members to catch the opponent in the back.
Sure, I can get behind your train of thought, kind of it. I can definitely do that, but kind of it, if you had to make a prediction, who would you give it to? Score Gaming? Also, Score Gaming, they need a 1-up in their score counter, kind of it.
Oh,
or else
I do
I'm sure
apologize.
they'll be mad at you.
I do most apologies. For me, D-list, for me, it's gotta be a Score Gaming. They made such a great comeback in game number 2. They are massively the underdogs, but I feel like the spirit of the iOS Score Gaming squad is with them this evening. I think they're going to surprise everyone, take down former TOMA winners, and reclaim Score Gaming's prestige on the PC platforms by making it through to the semi-finals.
You know what, kind of it? I'm gonna call you out for being a fanboy, because Arbolito, they're gonna kick some Score Gaming butt. Arbolito, they look better. They have a prettier logo. And you know what, kind of it?
You take that back.
They're just going to win because I want them to win and because I want you to be wrong.
There's no finer thing in all the land It's worth noting as well, guys, as I'll drop the bracket into the chat right now, that Score Gaming representing Mexico, there are 3 Mexican representatives in the tournament, and all of them are in the lower bracket. So Score Gaming, if they do win out here, will go on to the semi-finals to face off against the winner of Bio Nation versus Clan Zandia, both of which are from Mexico. From that lower semi-final, only one Mexican team will possibly be able to make it through to the grand finals. And that's going to be a little bit of a heartbreaker when you come in as a country with nearly half the teams in the tournament under one flag.
Well, you would hate to lose all of your teams in, or the most of your teams in the first round, and then the last team in the second round kind of fits. So, Score Gaming, if they can look convincing here on construction side, it would make quite a difference. But again, Arbolito, they're just going to kick some butt because I need you to be wrong.
Alright guys, we're loading in for the last time between Score Gaming and Team Arbolito. We've reading what you guys have been saying in the chat. Salvizi thinks Arbolito has got the prettier logo. I mean, to be fair, I do like little trees as well, but right now, it's construction site. It's the last chance for one of these teams. Will be going home as first blood goes to Fox from Score Gaming.
Well, kind of it. That will be the last blood that Fox gets.
That prediction didn't last very long.
Damn. Well, Arbolito, they got their first kill on the board, kind of it, and they're one step closer to winning over Score Gaming here. But Score Gaming, they are looking like a bit more, like a bit deadlier right now, coming in, grabbing up kills. Looks like they are aiming just a tiny bit better than Arbolito right now. Fox searching for the kill, can't find it, and will go down, but I think overall it's very, very even between the two teams.
Hey Abigail Allen, welcome to the stream, and Marigar as well. We are in the last game between Score Gaming and Arbolito. Right now, it's looking like there's a small Score Gaming lead. Fox has been doing exceptionally well to start things off. Has got that ERG sniper rifle and is proving to be extremely deadly. Of course, the Bounty Hunter having extra access to those kill streaks means they can keep that sniper's nest we're looking at right now clean out with continuous airstrikes.
And you know, that military support always will go a long way, kind of it. Getting that military support in is going to help you get so much more control over the map. And that's not only bombers and airstrikes, but getting vision and EMPs is just going to give you so much more control and force your enemies into uncomfortable positions.
Nicki Minaj, thank you for dropping by the stream. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening or night, wherever you are right now, as we check in. So Fox and Valve, 6 points apiece, 6 kills, are proving to be extremely deadly with those sniper rifles. Valve goes out, I think, yes, locks down another as well with a nice headshot across. Leonidas and Reckless, the 2 top performing members, getting cut down before they can find their feet. Valve going off with the sniper rifle. We've got respawns coming in for Score on the top of the sniper nest. Ultrasonic can't stay on their feet. I think this will be a close one for the final encounter here.
It is looking really close, kind of it, but Arbolito, they have so many players who right now are dragging them down. Players that have died 7 to 8 times, and you need to give them a speech right now of encouragement, because you can't have that when you're fighting for your life. You need everyone to just do their best, give as much as they can. And well, if you die like this and you die so often, your team gain a lot from that. So help them get back into the game, give them a bit of a...
And if anyone's going to bring them back, Reckless currently the best scorer along with Leonidas, both 10 and 11 kills apiece. We're seeing a lot of the ERG being deployed out to the battlefield here. The Bounty Hunter, I think, makes a lot of sense. If you're going to have your carries have as many recons, as many airstrikes as possible, It looks like Reckless is going for the turret and the EMP drop rather than the airstrikes though. So they'll be excel at disrupting, but they won't have that ability to clear out the sniper's nest. You can see that Legolas and the other school members have got on tap.
And getting up into that sniper's nest means a lot, Counterfeit, but if you only have players up there, then you will be such an easy target. You need to have people running around in the courtyard just below, making sure to be disruptors and allowing your snipers to do the work. And Score Gaming having that just means so much to help them succeed in this game. It allows for someone like Legolas to be up there and be that archer.
Unfortunately for Arbolito, it's not looking great. Let's do some quick maths there. Oh, we don't even need to. We're about to have it displayed. Who was the winner? It was, in fact, Score Gaming with another 50-42 performance. Exactly the same score as last time round. And again, it was Valve with the MVP performance. But Fox also joining them in the sun. Guys, the predictions have borne fruit. Score Gaming, they've taken down former tournament winners Arbolito. They'll be going forward to the semi-finals to face off against their country folk. Dealers, not to brag, but I think I backed the right horse here in Score Gaming.
You know what? You can have the superior analyst hat. You are welcome. You are better than me. And I think you deserve an applause.
An applause? Gosh.
An applause.
Just one?
Yeah.
Aww.
There you go. Congratulations! You are now the superior analyst.
Hooray! Guys, if you want to be the superior players, come and join us live on stream. We'll be getting into the semi-finals, I'm sure, pretty quick. The other quarterfinals were being played off stream. So Pepperoni Nibbles are getting a bye through to the upper semi-finals. The only French representatives, Alpha OP from Colombia and Omni Esports, are also playing in the one of the upper quarters to go and join them. We mentioned before, Bio Nation and Clan Zandia, two Mexican squads, will be headed shortly. One of them, at least, into the other semi-final slots to join Score Gaming.
Counterfeit, you know what? I feel like we always go to the museum when we're doing custom games. You tend to go there quite a lot.
That's because I belong in a museum. Mango.
I don't think that, Counterfeit. You don't belong in a museum. You are young. You are a man. You belong on a dance floor.
So you're saying if I was an old lady, I would definitely deserve to be in a museum. Is that what you're saying, Deedless?
Well, you're saying it like it's something to brag about. I don't think you need to brag about belonging in a museum. You belong on the dance floor, Counterfeit. You could be the next, I don't know any good dancers, but you could be the next good dancer.
I think all I could do right now is dance between bullets, guys. Let's get this next game begun. ESL, unos, dos, tres. 1, 2, 3. Come and join us. We got 6 players in right now. We've still got room for all of you guys. I hope that you'll come and take advantage of that opportunity. Right. Good old PR39. Oh, actually, I was meant to have a red 34. That's one of the ones which I've been meaning to try out. Sombra Gaming, Fox, and Valve is love. Yeah. A very, very good performance. Dealers, can you imagine if Score Gaming managed to make it through to the grand finals here today? Why, they'd have their share of 30,000 credits to call their own.
Well, I could imagine it, Counterfeit, but I don't want it to be a reality because you need to be wrong again. I need the superior analyst hat back.
It's true. Otherwise, your superior analyst's head will get cold. Ah. Ah, we escaped.
Right now, I feel like an inferior analyst.
Ruh-roh. I don't think someone's actually throwing grenades at us specifically. Oh, never mind. But we had the right idea.
Obviously, you are the better analyst, but I don't want to be an inferior one. I don't want to be the worst analyst. I just want to be all right.
Ah, we should not
Nice
go up the
grenade,
stairs.
kind of-
I realise now that
we-
going up the stairs while throwing a grenade is not a good idea.
If you had chucked it just a bit slower, a bit later perhaps, you would have killed someone.
Hey, it's one of the school members. Pompeo is blowing us up with airstrikes. What an honor.
Do you enjoy getting blown up by airstrikes? Kind of it, you know, you should always look at your surroundings. Not like you did right there. Don't look up into the ceiling. Trying to throw
I was
grenade
trying a
and-
floor bang. Unfortunately, someone else was there who shot me in the side of the head while I was trying to do that. Which was most
But
rude of
you
them.
only do that if you make sure that there is no one around you. And you did not do that, my friend. So shame on you, brother.
Oh. Oh, wait. Didn't get killed.
Hey, good job.
Oh. Unfortunately, with the EMP going on, it's a little hard to tell what the heck's going on. So, something I was going to ask you about before is I'm assuming that the teams have specific names for particular parts of the map, because I can't imagine you can kind of, you know, you spend all of your time trying to describe where it is you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I would assume they have. I remember back when I played Team Fortress 2, you had so many different names that you used as callouts. And we did have a small little house that was a part of the map, and we called it Toilet. But because it was small, it's a toilet.
Given Ozdemir, welcome to the stream. You're an all-time MC5 player. I'm excited that you came by the stream. We are just doing community games right now with the passkey ESL123. We hope you'll come and join us. Sonic. Yes, well, with the first game it being done, we will have a little bit of a layoff, I suspect, before the next one comes in. Because yes, if there are any protests which need to be resolved, they'll usually be done before the next round is fully sorted out. Nope, no one's there. At one point, I was trying to figure out names for the different places on the MC5 map. So, for example, Big Head over here, because there's a big head.
Well, usually you do make callouts in that fashion kind of it, so you're not too far off it.
Oh man, this is a real close game. 27 to 28. Ah. What? How did we get... Oh, okay, so... Yes, because our opponent had impotent core there, it's quite hard to drop down behind people because they'll know that there's somebody there. Alright, we're going to try and do general good practice, which is we're going to stick with our teammates. We're going to try and not expose ourselves while throwing grenades, and also we're going to have a crash to test up. Excellent!
Well, that doesn't sound like something that should be a part of the plan.
Hey, Legendary Ploppy, welcome to the stream. I believe we're done with the first round of ESL competition with a surprising Score Gaming win over Team Arbolito. Dealus and myself, honestly, I think we're kind of both pretty surprised. And I think everyone was kind of excited to see Score Gaming. Well, they aren't on iOS anymore. They certainly seem to be alive and well on PC. Dealus, I did receive an interesting tidbit of information, though, if we're talking about Score Gaming and iOS. Gomatax, the founder of Score Gaming, is not going to be playing for Score Gaming on iOS next weekend, but will be playing for another team instead. What do you think of that?
Which team is that?
I believe it's TOE. But we'll have to find out for certain once the tournament actually begins, as we'll set up our next community game on the streets, ESL 1-2-3. Savisi Score haven't won yet. Well, they won the quarterfinals. They certainly haven't won the competition. They're a long way off from doing that. But making it past one tournament winner, I think, is a pretty significant accomplishment, even if the prizes only start if they actually get to the grand finals themselves.
Well, obviously, kind of it. I will say that every single round you can move into MC5 is pretty damn impressive when it is a finals, because you know it's all the best teams that are gathered in this tournament. So I mean, just being able to defeat a single one is pretty damn impressive in my head.
All right, cool. Let's get everyone in here for this next game. But yes, Legendary Ploppy, I hope you're doing well. Alejandro, MC5, welcome to the stream. So we're just PC players today. Let's see, we will of course update you guys as the tournament progresses. I don't know if anyone's officially moved forward in the competition as of yet. But once they do, then we'll be all over it. All over it. Next, welcome. Let's see if we can get them to join. Once we got a couple of folks, we'll start getting with the shooting.
Yeah, the more the merrier. So if you want to join, use the passkey ESL123. You can see it in your right hand corner. And even though the game is now starting, you can still join up using that passkey up until, I believe, what, like the 3-minute mark?
I think so. ESL 123, ESL 123, ESL Ich Nissan. What's our Danish one again?
ESL 123.
Ilemu.
Hey, don't you lamoo me, bro.
Alright, let's get back on the commander since we've done pretty well.
Legendary Ploppy is back, so now we are wooing again.
Ooh, woo indeed. All the oohs that need to woo.
Yeah. Like me some oovoos. Do you like some oovoos?
I mean, who doesn't?
Well, people who doesn't like to hoovoo. Of course.
Alright. So we don't have any teammates backing us up here. So I'm glad that we had a shield to hide behind, because otherwise we would be toast. Oh. Lucky. I do like the commander because of the ability to stay alive for Oh, never mind. For any amount of time. We're just going to leave our health packs around the place. Oh no! We were doing so well until suddenly we weren't.
Well, that sounds like logic, kind of it.
Alright, let's try... Ooh. Let's try and get inside if we can. Excellent! Alright, advancing. Oh, hello. Yes, so the major problem for the commander is it's not very mobile, and grenades will fly under your shield with reckless abandon.
Oh, well, kind of it. You're looking pretty damn fly with that commander shield. Now you just need to learn to hit shots and not get completely owned by people who can run pretty fast.
Yes.
Get inside. Enemy airstrike is coming, kind of it. Get inside. Ooh, boo, Gansu. Ooh, boo, Camilo.
Oh no!
Everyone is ooh, kind of, and I think this is my favorite part of my MC5 career.
Is the
Being
oohs.
being in the chat where everyone oohs.
Gosh. I'm glad that you are feeling the oohs. As this is it's a pretty... Oh.
Ooh.
Are you combining the oohs with the hellos?
Hello.
Gosh, it's more terrifying than I could have even imagined. So, I think what we need to be doing, which we're not really doing necessarily right now, is working with our teammates to make sure that our butts are covered. Because when someone can get around behind us, we will basically just instantly die. Ah, I almost clobbered someone with the shield. Hey Maxwell Gaming, welcome to the stream.
Woo, Maxwell.
Okay, everyone's dead. So I'm gonna back up for a second.
Did you kill them, Counterfeit? Why did you kill everyone?
No, everyone on my team. Oh.
Oh, now you're dead too. I am not a huge fan of everyone dying like that.
Iron Gaming, there's, from what I've been told, there are going to be some broader changes coming in the near future. So, worry yourself not. As, oh man, my concentration has just gone out the window. Let's see, so we need to link up with people from our team, or we're going to get shot in the butt constantly.
That does not sound like a fun time. Getting shot in the butt. Constantly, that is.
Oh man, okay, so I figured out what it is. My aim is kind of lagging behind where people actually are.
So there's latency.
Brain latency.
Ah. Well, I hope you'll figure out your brain latency pretty damn fast.
Alright, we'll try and keep our backs to a wall. Alright, so there's definitely somebody up here. But where they are, I am not sure, so I guess I'll just leave again. Hey, there we go. I broke line of sight. So that's one of the things I've been trying to do a bit more, is when I'm getting into trouble is just try and run away rather than taking fights I don't think I can win. Nova Taylor with the wild boar in the chat.
You always run away? Because if you don't want to take fights that you're not sure you can win, then, I mean, do you take any fights?
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
That you are a chicken counterfeit.
A Chicken Little?
No, just a chicken. Not a little chicken, but perhaps a big chicken.
Here at Gaming Son, I don't feel like I'm doing good well enough to start yelling and sit down at the opposition. One day, maybe. One day. Oh no, we're getting smashed pretty hard, actually.
How many times have you died so far?
8 in 13. Which is, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Legendary Ploppy, you love chicken.
13. That is. Alright. I mean, that's what like middle of the table professional players get as well. So I mean, it isn't that hard, or it isn't that bad.
In a game where my team was losing, which in no small part was thanks to me, but in a team where it was losing, I think it's an okay score. Bellarminado? I don't even know. Hello, welcome to the stream over on Twitch. Let's do a free-for-all next. Where should we go for it?
Construction site.
Alright. ESL 1, 2, 3. Bernella, if you liked... There are people watching it on Twitch, but I think most of the people who are chatting currently are on YouTube and Facebook. So if you'd like to talk to some of the other MC5 fans, I will drop a link to that in the chat in a second. Though, of course, you're more than free to carry on watching it over on Twitch, but just so you know. Let's see. Though, of course. There we go. Alright, so let's just have a quick check-in and see if... Oh, that's right, yes. So, one of the reasons why things are taking a little bit longer is because we've got 2 tournaments running at the same time, so it means there's twice as much to do in half as much time. Legendary Ploppy is asking us how our day was. Dealers, how was yours?
I've had a nice day. I was working on a root setters course all day.
Sorry,
for that is.
Could you expand on what that is a little bit more?
Well, when you go to a climbing wall, there's obviously going to be routes that like tell you what to do. So I'm currently attending a course in order to learn how to be better at building said routes.
Okay. Most interesting. Oh, Ploppy, thank you for dropping over to Twitch to keep our good friend Bernal Armando company. Very kind of you. So, sorry,
in case people didn't know, I am an educated... I am a climbing instructor. I'm also a swimming instructor as well.
Gosh.
In case one needs help with their swimming.
I imagine you had to take a lot of tests to get to where you are now, and Legendary Ploppy has had 2 tests recently. Do you think maybe Ploppy has become an instructor to follow in your footsteps, Deedless?
Well, it depends on what kind of tests Legendary Ploppy took.
Iron Gaming, we are playing on the European server, but I think you can still join in with the passkey ESL 123. Oh, a course, a test in Urdu and English literature. Neat. I almost did English literature, but it seemed like too much work, so I didn't. Wow.
Legendary Ploppy has never tried to swim.
Oh, I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is also. I think it's also a life skill that you would probably want to to own or be able to do, rather. I mean, you never know when you're forced to swim.
It's true. It is one of those things that definitely expands your horizons in terms of what stuff you can do. I have no idea what anybody is. So I guess we should probably get indoors. I'm not sure the commander's actually that great for free-for-all. So let's change across to everyone's favourite, which is the recon. I don't think I've actually got the chords which make the recon particularly good at free-for-all, but I think it's probably still a decent class. Legendary Ploppy is paper thin and so will float. As we know, paper a very floaty substance. Hey, we took down Steve. But Cam,
Why would you do something like that towards Steve? Steve of all people, counterfeit.
Steve's
Not
had it coming
Steve.
for a while.
But not Steve.
Where is the person who dropped that decoy? Ah, there they are. Got murdered by a golden arrest. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Double kill. That was some truly appalling shooting.
Hey, come on, counterfeit. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Let's go for... Ghostbox is going to protest versus me. I think I had it coming, honestly. Oh, man. Alright, let's activate our Berserk a little bit early. Man! Legendary Ploppy, you had a dream once, but that dream ended with you waking up. Well, I mean, that's generally what happens. Uh-oh. Dealers, I've got enough trouble without throwing grenades at myself. That's a bit better. How am I doing? I'm not in last. Hey, we got Meliodas in the game. I remember Meliodas from before. Oh. That wasn't Meliodas. Camillo T. Welcome, welcome. Oh, what's that? Let's check. I've got some tags. Oh, okay. Dealers will BRB. I've been meaning to get a wireless headset for myself because of the sound that cables make while you're moving around, but it does have the unfortunate side effect of requiring charging. You've got to kind of stay on top of that, otherwise it can be quite troublesome. Hey, it's Gate Zero. Welcome, welcome. Done it! Okay, I think this is... There we go. This time my aim did not waver. Ooh, ah. Legendary Ploppy, you're hungry! I hope you find sustenance soon. Done it! Meliodas with a Golden Hawk 13! You monster. Muir 17, I'm glad you're feeling good today. Oh man. My aim is not improving as the game goes on, as it turns out. Shucks! Shucks howdy. Cam, oh, 1811. Not too bad. Ah. Playboy Gaming, we are getting a couple of kills off our ESL players. I feel like we're getting very slightly better as we go. Done it! Someone stole our frag. I think I need to get a lot better at quick scoping. Because, oh, hello. What's this? A tag over on Discord. Let's see what's up. Ah, so we've got Skull Gaming versus Clan Zandia coming up soon. Excellent news. Oh. So I feel like my aim is not getting better, but my situational approaches maybe. I think that's helping me get a few more kills in there before I'm getting absolutely moided. So with our semi-finals coming up, let's see, we're about an hour and a half through the broadcast today, so we'll open up a community break game with the ESL 123, so that will still be played on stream with all of your favourite streamer friendos. It just will not be commentated, and we'll be quite likely picking up the semi-finals in a few minutes' time, so do come and join. Effectively from you guys' point of view, it will be exactly the same. Thank you, Steve MC5, for your kind support. We're getting a little bit better as we go. We're still not where we want to be, which is, of course, as the crowned prince of everything MC5. It'll happen someday, guys. Just not perhaps today. ESL 123 Muir to YouTube, thank you for your support as well. Let's see, we'll be back in a minute. Do come and join us. There we go, Cam. First one to the field. And friends as well. Bogdan P. Why, that's quite the name. So again, guys, this will be a break game coming up. ESL 123. Playboy Gaming, what happened to my skill at demolishing everyone? That's a little... Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet, but getting a little bit better as we go. Playboy Gaming, we'll always try and do our best in the stream. But sometimes the best, well, it's not always good enough. We're getting a little bit better on iOS. I think we're starting to get to the point now where we're not the last place in every single game we're playing, so I call that some kind of win. Broccoli02, if you join in, we'll have enough people to get started. There we go. So we'll be back on the other side of this break with the resumption of our stream. So enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side of Scramble. Welcome back one and all and to the lower semi-finals as we will see Score Gaming fresh off their win against Team Arbolito going up against their country folks from Mexico, Zandia, in a best of 3 competition.
And whoever wins this one kind of it will move into the grand final. So a lot on stake here today for these two teams. Plus, whoever wins will get the chance to represent their country in, their country rather, in the grand final. After all, they're both playing for Mexico.
That's true. As we said before, 3 Mexican teams entered, and only one of them gets to go to the grand final. You're right, though. Up until this point, if Arbolito had won, it's possible that none of those Mexican teams would go through. At least now there is a guarantee of one or the other. Let's check in. So currently, we've yet to see any kills at all in the opening of this game. I think both teams give each other an enormous amount of respect. And while there is fighting around the center, we're only just getting that first kill in thanks of Melodious, who was playing a little bit earlier in our custom games.
Kind of it. Could you please share your screen so I could follow in on what's happening here?
Let me get that sorted out.
It would make it a bit more interesting to see all the action that's coming out, and that's what I'm here for. I've been looking forward to this MC5 action all day long.
I'm glad to hear it. As we check in with the scores overall, it's looking like it's pretty even between the squads. 3 players on each team with 2 kills apiece. Chiquito, the #1 player, currently 2-1, trying to train that BSW sniper rifle in on the members of Score Gaming. But there doesn't seem to be a breakout player as yet, as Camilo is up, trying to fire down in the center. Not the optimum. The Bramson, not great at longer ranges. We see a double kill coming through there. Camilo and Gensizi going down in short order, as it looks like Score Gaming have got command of the high ground right now and are raining down fire on Zanida.
Zanida needs to be careful, kind of it, because you don't want to lose all your players right here. After all, you're fighting for a spot in the grand final, so you need to destroy that threat immediately when it comes up. But right now, Score Gaming, they're making sure to run all around the map to have these people work together. It's really nice to see how it's all coming in place here for Score Gaming.
And what I'm liking as well is seeing that we've got Ultra, who's currently the top performing member on the Score Gaming team, bringing in the support. Definitely a very strong one-off on the team to allow those respawns and keep your team in the center rather than spending their time running back in to link up with the rest of the squad from the spawns.
Well, another one is about to bite the dust here from Score Gaming, but apparently they just end up trading kills, kind of it. So everything turns out even, and I feel like this game overall is pretty damn even. No one is getting real control over the middle house. No one is being able to really control the tempo of the game. And kills are being traded more or less evenly. Slightly in the favor of Score Gaming, I believe. But overall, it's very, very close between the two teams.
About 27, coming close to 30 kills for Score Gaming. And 10, 20, 25 for Zandia right now. But there's still some good fighting. Now, Zandia, who I presume is the player for who the team is named, is up the top of the scoreboard, but not great deaths so far. Has been involved in a lot of fighting. Chiquito seems to be the one to try and carry the squad as they pick up another nice kill. Respawn comes in. Chiquito can't break away in time and falls down. Furious is back on the high ground as it seems like the teams are swapping between the two of them. Who controls that high ground and can keep on getting the good angles down?
It's something new, kind of it. Usually you see the teams fight for that allows you to roam around, but now fighting over that courtyard instead means that you eliminate all the different flanks that you have to protect in that house, and all you really have to do now is just control who comes into the courtyard and who
Oh, hopefully dealers will be back in a second. As we check in with scores, I believe they're top performing member right now. Yes, ZG. With the BSW doing some real nice work. Wearing it in lava flavor, of course. And I think Chiquito is also riding high as the BSW player for the squad. They notice there's a couple of snipers on each team. It looks like there's a support on each team as well. The only difference between the two is we've got Fox here making use of the bounty hunter, whereas Camilo is the only recon in the game.
But I love bounty hunters kind of fit. I feel like military support is probably one of the most important aspects of MC5. When you get airstrikes and you get bombers, you make sure that your opponents can't go out to a certain part of the map, because else they're just going to be killed by that military support. So being able to grab that up and having that consist throughout your death means so much for the utility that your team has to work with.
Yeah, and one of the few places that can be relatively safe is that center. One of the many reasons why you see the teams are fighting over it so fiercely. A roof over their heads. We may not be on the rooftops, but we've at least got tops of roofs.
Well, kind of it. I mean, having tops of roofs does not give you a rooftop, I believe.
I mean, I would have thought by definition it would have. But we'll have to figure that out a little bit later. What's most important right now is that Score Gaming have taken themselves their first semi-final victory. It was pretty darn close. You can see some of the numbers there. Chiquito doing some real nice work. 13 kills. But look at Fox. While their kill to death ratio was not great, they still got 18 kills by the end.
Yeah, well, as long as you get more kills than deaths kind of fit, and that your team can back you up, it really doesn't matter, and that helps them a lot. But we didn't have a code already, but you know, I feel like overall Score Gaming, they had a very close game here with Sandia, so they have to figure out a way to deal with Sandia moving into game number 2, because you can't keep playing the same game against a team that basically just says, okay, you have fire, we have fire, let's fight fire with fire. So you need to figure out, okay, how do we deal with fire? Well, perhaps bringing something else to the table, working together in small packs against a team that's so aggressive, it will perhaps be the water you need in order to eliminate the fire that Sandia they bring to the fight.
I think I followed all of that, and I will say cautiously that I agree.
It was a very long metaphor, but I hope you get what I'm saying.
Whoa, welcome at C Compathetic P89 Truck. Gosh, that is quite the name. Welcome to the stream. Yes, you have found our Twitch channel. Welcome, welcome. You, of course, are more than free to watch over on Twitch. Do let me know if you'd like the YouTube link, because that's where most of the people are watching right now, or at least most of the people who are chatting. There's also the Facebook page. Compathetic, you're going to design an overlay and logo for us. Well, that's very kind of you, though it does sound a little bit like you might be a bot. But hey, either way, ran it. We're happy to be all of you guys, humans or beep boop machines. Personally speaking, I hope to one day ascend to beep boop hood. Deedless, would you like to live forever as a scary robot?
Do I have to be scary?
I mean, I feel like there's got to be some kind of drawback to living forever as a robot.
Well, couldn't I just be an ugly robot then?
An ugly robot?
Or like a mean robot. I don't want to be like scary. What about just being mean? What about being patronizing?
A patronizing robot? Gosh,
Yeah.
that sounds very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, perhaps I just want to be that.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you ask one of those ask me anything questions, just to try and get an interesting answer out of someone. So, if you had to have a negative aspect of yourself while living forever as a robot, you prefer patronizing. And why is that, Dealers?
Well, I don't like being evil. I mean, I guess it is kind of evil being patronizing, but and mean would also be pretty damn evil. But actually, I'm gonna draw my answer back and say I would like to be evil, because evil doesn't exactly define how, or it doesn't put a grade on how evil you are. So perhaps I'm just that kind of robot that like puts chili in all your food.
Oh no!
That's kind of evil.
Larry Zucker asking, do they have this on the Switch? Yes, the MC5 is a thing on the Switch. Larry Zucker, though we don't really get a chance to play it on stream because we haven't got Switches here to even the capability to stream them if we did. But we do have people coming from the Switch version from time to time.
Perhaps I could be a robot that steals chalk from classrooms.
A robot that steals chalk from classrooms? That's very specific.
You know the chalk that they draw on the boards with.
So you'd be more an inconvenience in terms of level of evil than you know, the soul-crushing evil.
Because then I'm not truly evil. I'm just a pain in the butt. So to speak, rather. I feel like that would be a good middle ground.
Oh, Kishi, you're a monster. Well, let us know, guys. What kind of robot would you be, evil or otherwise? I'm fascinated to hear what you guys have got to... Ooh. I think I had the right idea there. Matthias Ayala, you want to see Omni Esports versus Score? So, Omni have officially made it through to the grand finals already. Oh man, that was terrible. So, it's going to be as a result of the next match who plays against Omni. There's a decent chance it could be Score. It wasn't a massively one-sided game in favour of Score though. It was only a difference of 5 kills between the two squads. So, Game 2 is very much anybody's to take. And as we've seen already, even a 12 kill difference between the teams can swing back and forth depending on which map gets played. Gosh darn it, ZX! We were supposed to be catching you off guard, but instead we were the ones caught off guard instead. Ironic? Maybe.
It feels bad, kind of good, when you're trying to catch someone off guard and like for example when you're trying to knife someone, you're so close, and then someone shoots you in the back. That's a true feels Batman.
I do agree. It's most frustrating. Ah! Oh no! I think we caught a grenade. It wasn't even necessarily intended for us. So we're seeing from the player who shot us there. That's a pretty good place to stand, I think, because I don't think many people actually look up there. Ah! We took out Kyushi, who's the top of the scoreboard. Nice. So I think this is where the player was standing before, which is looking down across here. A lot of people don't look up here. As we are going to get ourselves out of trouble, hopefully. Oh, I think our teammates took care of that for us.
They help you get out of trouble?
Oh no! We got kills all over the place. Matthias, Galaxy versus Peter. Is Galaxy in this game? I don't think so. But if they were...
I haven't spotted them. Have you spotted them?
I have not.
Well, not sure they're in the game then.
Alright, well, I call that some sort of win. Ah! I needed to be adjusting my headshot height, and then I think it would have been alright. I think finding a place to fire from that people aren't going to be immediately looking for is a big part of actually getting some of these kills without being caught out. As it's looking like Discord has disconnected me again. I don't know if it's Discord having problems or if it's my connection with Deedless. But I do apologize.
I think Discord is definitely acting up. It's been doing it all weekend, so I would at least assume it's Discord.
Done it! That was a place I thought we were doing right, so let me just screen share to you again. I might try reinstalling Discord after we're done here, just in case it's something to do with my end. Guys, ESL 123, if you want to join.
It might be worth a try, so I don't see why not.
Alright, how are we doing? We are doing appallingly. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Alright, we need to go and find our teammates, because while our team is winning, we are evidently not feeding enough. Who have we got on our team? Gay Zero and Steve.
Come on, kind of it. You can win. Come on. No, you died, my friend. I believed in you.
I didn't die when they were first shooting me though, so I call that some kind of win. Gosh darn it! These players are way too good. I think the problem is that it's like... Oh man. Oh no! Well, they said no word's safe.
Oh, never mind.
Wow, not a single bullet hit that player then. That's honestly kind of impressive.
From you or from them? I can't decide, like, is it impressive from you or from them?
It was impressive, but in a bad way.
So... Okay. I understand what you're saying. So impressive from you that you are so bad at aiming.
Oh, well, I think I got a double kill this time.
Well,
that makes up for everything.
It's something.
Oh. I think our team is still going to win despite our best efforts. How upsetting. Oh, hello. Let's see. Okay. That's non-news.
No, I'll let you know once we have a key.
Alright, there we go. You can see our pumpkin face. Look how beautiful we are. The most beautiful, perhaps. Alright, guys. So we'll keep the games on going. Apologies again. A lot of the delays are due to 2 tournaments running simultaneously, which is also why we're not able to bring you the Android competition for today. But we will bring you as much as we can, as many games as we can. We do appreciate you guys coming out and showing some love here on PC. Deedless, where should we visit next on our pain train?
Let's go to... rooftops. I don't believe that we've done too much rooftops today.
I don't think so either. Leonidas!
And to be honest, I will say, you can never get enough of it.
Wow. I'm glad you feel that way. Come and join us, guys. ESL 123. As we'll attempt again to... I kind of feel like I'm kind of going in waves where I'm kind of like... I start doing a little bit better, and then I'll suddenly start plummeting off the planet in terms of my ability to kill anyone. I think maybe something which I need to be doing more is... I noticed that something that kind of tied together some of the times that we were getting kills was when we were playing defensively rather than aggressively. I think just, for whatever reason, I think it's easier to, if you're standing still and someone comes across your line of vision, that you kind of just have a fraction of a second more to aim in on them than you would if you came across them, then you have to change your aim. So I'm going to try and do that a bit more. Alright guys, that's enough to get started. 3v3. Zenex and Snow Shovel, we're up against Kyushi, Score, ZG, and Whoopass. Let's get started. ESL 123, you can come and join it all the way through. Okay, what do
we have a code actually.
We do have a code.
Yes, we just got a code for the second game.
Oh, okay. In that case, let's get to business. Sorry about that, guys. You can still come and join in with the passkey, but we have got official business to attend to. Overdose, this game misses me a lot. It's true, Overdose. It tells me about it every day.
And I hope that you're missing the game as well, Overdose.
Right, so
now Legendary Poppy is back. Where were you, Legendary Poppy? And for how long did you go?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? All good questions.
Where did you live, Cotton Eye Legendary Poppy?
I believe that's how the song goes.
Yeah, well, have you never heard the tale of the Cotton-eyed Legendary Poppy?
I do not. I have not.
Well, it's not a tale that MC5 would tell you.
Okay, we've received a correction of our passkey, so there we go, the lobby is up. So this is going to be game number 2 of our lower semi-finals. We hope you guys will come and join us here as Score Gaming are on the brink of making it through to the grand finals. There's just one more game separating them from between the two. Score Gaming will be on the blue side up against the country folk from Mexico, Zandia, in game number 2. Deedless, have Score Gaming made a believer out of you yet?
Sorry, can you come again?
Have Score Gaming made a believer out of you yet?
Well, they're definitely starting to make a believer out of me, kind of fit. I mean, Team Arbolito, they fell over like a house of cards against Score Gaming. Now, Sandia, not putting up too great of a fight either, so I think Score Gaming can definitely make it to the grand final, kind of it. But these two teams from the same country, they're fighting kind of similar, so I want to see Score Gaming shake something up.
So let's check in with you guys in the chat who seem to be having a good old time. Let's see. Did Gum Attacks come through the stream? No. Okay. It just seemed like that might be the case. As we said, Gum Attacks of Score Gaming on iOS fame will be playing next weekend, I believe, on the All-Star MC5 iOS competitions that'll be happening. Several months of competitions crammed into one giant thing. And Legendary Ploppy, what were you saying? The L of Legendary Ploppy and the P is Lahore, Pakistan. Oh, is that where you're from? Is that a place? Is that how you say that? Let's see. Oh, the capital of the Pakistani province of Punjab. Let's have a look and see how it's pronounced.
Lahore.
Okay, no, it is. I'm gonna have a quick check in with our admin and see if there's something going on with this game, because we're not getting as many players even from Score Gaming as I would have expected. Oh, good, Legendary Ploppy, we did get it right. Oh wait, we're set as a host. Just a second. How befuzzling.
Do you not want to host the game, Config? Why not?
Not so much.
Well, that's fair enough. I can understand why. You would have to start the game, and you wouldn't know when all the players are in here. So, you know, that's a reason why we don't host games.
Okay, well, something a bit odd's happening. I think the players are started the game. I don't know quite why they did that. I think we might be seeing a new lobby coming up in a second. Let's see. Matthias, that's why I ask who you are. Wait, I'm not sure who you're talking to. Oh, they're talking to Legendary Ploppy, okay. Alright. We'll be awaiting... Oh, okay. It looks like... Oh, apparently Score are going to the grand final. It looks like there must have been a concession on the part of Zania. In which case, let's get another game quickly set up. And have you guys join it, because we'll probably be going through the grand finals pretty quickly. I want to give you guys one last chance to play on stream if we can. There we go. Fallen Gaming Rock Army for life. Is there a Rock Army team? I don't think, not in this tournament at least.
Well, you know, kind of it perhaps. It's Rook Army. And, I mean, I know of someone called Rook, so perhaps that's what they meant.
Ah. Or perhaps, if that is what they meant, that they are avid chess players, and they brought that love of chess into the MC5 field, perhaps. ESL 123 on PC. Do come and join us, gentle friends, one and all. This could be our last community game of the stream on PC, so take the chance while you can. I believe we'll be back on PC and Android next weekend. Keep an eye out on the ESL MC5 page for final confirmation of when things are going to be. We need one more player to get started here on Overtime, as we'll be with Zenex against Whoopass, Snow Shovel, and Hobbs. Just one more needed. Shinsuke, I can't remember, do you play on PC? If so, I'd love it if you come and join our team.
I don't think I've ever seen Shinsuke play on PC, but perhaps today is the day for a change.
Let's see, what's...
Just take a look at you, kind of it. You are a triple platform legend. You play on all 3 platforms.
That's kind of true.
Well, you do play on all 3 platforms. I mean, you have been playing the game for a long time, so you are a legend. I mean, I would define what you're doing as playing, even though you die quite a lot on all 3 platforms. It's still kind of playing.
Wow. Talk about your backhanded compliments. Jeez.
Hey, it's the truth, dude.
From your perspective. From my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
Well, then you are lost. Wait. Yes, you are lost.
No, you. Uh-oh. Wait, where was... Oh, Whoopass dropped down behind us. I thought someone was going to do that. Yes. I did... thank you guys for pointing out how Guito was kind of filling up the chat with some semi-offensive stuff. I believe they've automatically got timed out by the Nightbot, but Higuito, if you are listening, I would ask you to...
remain civil.
Yeah. Cool your jets. Hey, we killed someone.
Hey, you're playing, Counterfeit. You're playing, dude. Come on, man. Good job. I am very proud of you.
Alright, let's turn it into kill number 2 as we stalk around the map, looking for our next victim. There you go. Wait, Oh, they came up behind us, that's why. I guess that's the reason to keep moving forwards, is because if you don't, people will eventually just walk up behind you and kill you. See, I thought that was a good grenade toss, but I'm starting to think the more and more as I get towards doorways. That maybe it's less of a good idea? Snow shovel, you monster.
Have you ever considered using more grenades, kind of thing? Especially when trying to go into a room, perhaps chucking a grenade in there first would kind of clear away any hindrance you could come near.
Well, I mean, that's the exact problem I've been kind of struggling with, is throwing grenades when going into rooms, but having people come out of those rooms and just shoot us in the face while we're still in the animation.
Well, perhaps you are overextending yourself then.
So, notice here on this doorway, you've got to hit these bits here to be able to bounce the grenades. If you hit it in the middle, it just drops to the floor. Ugh. Oh, I realised there was a private message I didn't respond to before. Who was it? Right. Oh man. I kind of wish we could see the health of the person we're shooting at, because a lot of time we get killed by people who weren't shooting at, so we never know how close we were.
Calling airstrike.
I think you should shoot them all, kind of thing.
Good idea.
I think that's the way to survive on the battlefield. To shoot everyone.
Everyone?
To shoot them all is your real test. You know, that's the way that you become the best Pokemon trainer.
Oh man.
Actually, that's the way that you become the best warrior, but I mean, you could become the very best Pokemon trainer as well, if you train them as your cause. If you search far and wide.
Ah, pants, there's someone behind this, isn't there? Yep. Wait. Oh, that's confusing. It showed us I don't know what's going on.
Are you confused, Mike?
We got beaten so bad that the game exploded. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to the upcoming PC patch. I know I sure am. So our grand finals should be coming up pretty darn soon. It looks like we might have enough time to sneak in one more, maybe.
I think you definitely have. Our admin right now is working on the case. We haven't even introduced the admin team tonight, kind of it. So our admin for tonight, Babros, is working hard behind the streams on both the Android and the PC tournament. So if you feel a bit nice, well, I would say give them an applause over in the chat, because Babros is working super damn hard.
Indeed. Alright. Let's get this next free-for-all started. ESL 1, 2, 3. There we go. Game is up. We're on to Vantage. Come and join us, one and all. We've got an extra opportunity to mess around on one of our larger free-for-all maps. Hey King George, welcome to the stream. If you're a lapsed player or current one, everyone is more than welcome to come and join us with the passkey ESL 1, 2, 3. Matthias, I usually give people a chance to come in and say something rude, and then I would be kind, and then if someone just keeps on doing it, then I tend to ban them out. But I usually try and give people at least a chance, because there's been enough people who have come into the stream, said something rude, and then when they were responded to in a non-rude way, they actually chilled out. Hey K&M family, just got out of work to see our videos. I'm so glad you did, K&M. Really appreciate it. Alright, we'll see if we can grab a couple more people, as Score Gaming taking some time out of their schedule to hang out with us in the custom games. Greatly appreciated, and I think it's pretty wise as well to keep your aim in between games. Legendary Ploppies deploying some Spanish to the chat. Apparently 7 out of 10. That's not too bad. That is
quite a high rating.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably only do 0 out of 10, so. Oh, I believe we have. Ah, no. Okay.
Did we get bamboozled?
We have an update. So, because of an admin decision, the tournament has now concluded, and Omni Esports, they are our winner of today's competition, the September-October 2019 PC Finals. So congratulations to Omni Esports, and that probably makes this the last game of today's stream.
I would think so, so apologies guys.
So kind of it.
I'm
now
sure.
that we are being robbed a bit of that finals action, show us the best of MC5. Show us that you can win a free-for-all against the best players in the PC, sorry, on the PC platform.
How did I not kill him?
Come on, man! You need to win!
Oh, I will. I will. I think the kills are actually quite spread out right now, because the top performing player has got like 1 kill. Now they've got 2. So it's not on a well spread field. It's a little easier to catch up. But I've got the quick spawn coming because I didn't think we'd have quite as many players as this.
Well, okay, well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, again, Babros has been working super hard behind the scenes, so do give Babros an applause over in the chat. We'll say thank you to Babros as well. Thank you for your work, and I'll also write that over in our coordination chat, just so Babros, in case they're listening to the stream, will know that we appreciate them very much, kind of it.
So again, guys, apologies for our lack of grand finals. So this will be our last game on stream. We will be back next weekend on all platforms is the current plan. So do drop by. Keep your eye on the ESL page for the finals times and dates, which haven't been quite set as of yet. It will depend on team availability. Gosh darn it. You guys are way too good. Where did everyone go? Oh. Omni Assassin. I think I must have landed 1 bullet out of all of those. Oh. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, hello. We got some sort of update from the ESL side of things.
Yes, I will let you know kind of bit if I can anything.
Hey, we got another person.
Just make sure that you keep your head in the game and you win that free-for-all.
Ah! There we go. We're actually starting to catch up a little bit. Alright, Kyushi. I don't know if we've actually been killed by our top. Wait, what? Oh. I didn't even know where they were. I'd be kind of curious to see what the heat map of where people throw grenades on this map is. I suspect it's going to be focused around a specific place or places.
Okay, another quick update. We do have a grand final. Omni Esports will take on Clan Sandia.
Oh.
So we're not done with the grand final quite yet, and we will have more MC5 action coming everyone's way.
Excellent! What wonderful news. Thank you for our admins for figuring that one out. It would be a rather anticlimactic way to end the stream. Otherwise. So as stands, it will be Clan Zandia replacing Score Gaming in the Grand Finals. It looks like there was a bit of confusion about some of the equipment being brought out to the field. So guys, do be careful, especially when you're a new team. You need to have the tier 7 and below weapons, the tier 3 and below armor, and and there's a specific ban on the Plague Doctor armor, which is tier 3, but it's been exceptioned specifically to be not allowed because it has more core slots than all the other tier 3s, meaning that it would just kind of replace the current werewolf entirely. And people voted, and apparently that's not what they wanted. I suppose in theory it would be just as if everyone was using it, it'd be right. Oh man, that was a terrible time to throw a grenade. Gosh darn it! So hopefully we'll have our first Grand Finals game momentarily. Down to 8% health. I think this is what happens when you play with the fast respawn. It's quite hard to find a place where there isn't somebody. Probably means that camping is a much better of a strategy actually, since there's effectively more people on the map at any given time.
I don't think camping is very strong in MC5. Like, in other games, I feel like camping can be a very effective strategy, but in MC5, where the respawn points, they are so randomly generated, I would say it's probably better to always try and be on the move.
Let's see.
But we are still waiting on that passkey for the grand final between Clan Sadia and Omni Esports.
Alrighty. Okay, let's get the next game set up then in that case. So we'll make this next one a break game just so we can grab ourselves some drinks of delicious water and ready ourselves for the final most grand ESL 1, 2, 3 on PC only. Again guys, next weekend on Saturday and Sunday we should be on all platforms with individual monthly finals, including a massive iOS finals as well, compressing several finals all at once. Hopefully that should all come together, so you guys should be in for quite the treat, since that, I'd imagine that should bring back quite a few familiar faces.
Well, kind of bit, I'm crossing my fingers. The more familiar faces, the better. And honestly, the more people that get together to enjoy MC5, the happier I am, because we are all one big family. So honestly, just having everyone get together, talk about their favorite game in the world, it means a lot to me, at least.
I'm just going to check something a second. Because I've got someone from Omni Esports sending me messages. I'm going to see if they've got a new lobby running. Okay. They weren't aware they needed to change opponents.
Okay, well, we've not been given a passkey by our admins. So we're still waiting on that, of course.
Alright guys, so global chat invite is there, ESL 123. Come and join us. This will be a break game while we prepare ourselves for the grand finals between Clan Zandia from Mexico and #1 seed Omni Esports, who definitely came into this one as the favourites. We'll have to see if they've got what it takes to hold on to their crowns. Snow Shovel and Hops, welcome. And Kyushi as well. We'll let you guys get into position. Then we'll start this one and catch you guys on the flippity flop. Oh, Kyushi's not... Ah, Kyushi, what you doing? Alright. Sorry, Kyushi, you're going to have to kick you if you don't get in. Oh, no, he's talking about ESL stuff. Alright, what's... Okay. Sounds like the next ESL match is getting created, which is fine. That's what we hoped would be happening. Let's get this break game started, though. And we'll catch up with you guys once the next game is ready, which may well be very, very soon. Welcome back, one and all. We are getting into our grand finals. Thanks to our ESL admins sorting everything out. We've got Omni Esports representing the US of A over on the left-hand side against Zandia representing Mexico in the red.
It's kind of fair, and this will be quite a task that the two teams they have ahead of themselves. Zandia, they are looking like a fair team, but going up against Omni Esports is definitely going to be a hard case. But you have to say that Omni Esports, they also, as a team, tend to sometimes get too cocky, and that is something that you need to figure out how to deal with.
And we have been seeing a lot of Omni Esports in one form or another throughout the course of today. Razor we saw in the community games, Galaxy as well. These guys have been making sure they don't get rusty or lose their focus before this all-important game. So, a difference of 10,000 credits rides on this series. 30,000 total. 20 to first place and 10 to second. This is what all the teams have been building up towards. Mexico's hopes lie in the Clan Zandia hands. But Omni, of course, come into this as the most favoured squad.
Oh, well, it kind of fit. Seeing as how they are, like the high... Sorry, no, they're not even... Never mind. Coming in here with a team of this caliber and this history obviously makes them the clear favorites. And right now, I think our quick maps could also put Omni Esports on top. You can see how they have, like 20 kills. And right now, I don't even think Zandia, they have gotten past 10 kills.
No, it's looking very light on the Mexican team's side of things. You can tell Omni Esports, they've been waiting for this all night long. The chance to deploy their full ferocity. Clan Zandia, they don't seem to know what has hit them in this first game. It may just be 4 versus 4 right now, but as we noticed before, all the members of Omni Esports are going off here. You're checking with Galaxy. 8 and 2 Shockwave, the same scoreline as well. Playboy and Razor only dying a single time with 5 kills makes that 6. This is extremely impressive stuff. Omni making a statement in game 1.
Oh, absolutely. Omni, they're not going to give Zandia anything to work with. Right now, they're just slowly choking them out of this game kind of fit. They're paper cutting them to death, taking away one kill after the other, just generally making sure that Zandia are not going to stand a chance in this game. Zandia, right now, are just going to have to think about what they can do heading into game number 2, because this game is more or less already done.
Yeah, Zandia trying to hold on by using those angles. Ganezi, we're seeing some pretty heavy use of the Bounty Hunter. Double pick up there for the Zandia squad. Can be dangerous because of the Bounty Hunter's reliance on picking up weapons from the ground. That's a limited resource in the game, so having 2 on the squad means both of them will be less effective overall. That ERG sniper rifle certainly plenty tempting though, as Omni control the lower floors, but Zandia have got hold of the top. They're trying to go down those stairs, find the kills, and keep themselves in the center against a game which is seeming like it's far too far gone.
There definitely is a long road to walk if Zandia they want to make this comeback, but kind of it, the comeback and that walk will have to start in game number 2, because this is too far gone. Omni Esports, they're too dominant. And here we go. Match completed. 50 to not even 25. Zandia, they just got a beating. And they're going to have to figure out how to get back from this in game number 2. Because this was not the performance that they need to put up against a team of Omni's caliber.
It's hard to choose an MVP from amongst that bunch. Razor, the one with the best score ultimately, but it's a very close thing. Shockwave as well, absolutely terrifying, and Playboy as well. Just incredible stuff. I think Zandia rocked down to their very core by that first game. You can just feel all that pent-up energy that Omni have been keeping in all this time. Guys, we'll try and get a game set up. I think based on how quickly the previous game was put together by Zanya and Omni, there may well be a very quick game number 2. But we've got a maximum of 5 games, a minimum of 3 with that first game completed. If Omni keep this up, then we could easily see all 3 games over in record time.
Oh yes, this could be over in 15 minutes time. If they are quick with setting up the lobbies, if everyone gets in real quick, kind of it, then they don't even have to use 7 minutes of game time. They could do this with just, what, like 7 minutes in total game time over the next 2 matches rather.
So guys, do come and join us as quick as you possibly can. Hero Gaming, Simon and Kama, I think a little in awe of what Omni Esports has shown to us that time round. I mean, we have had some pretty impressive comebacks during the course of today's tournament, so I'm not fully prepared to write off the chances of Clan Zanya, but I mean, coming into a finals and being dropped quite that terribly in a game, that's gonna have devastating effects on the Clan Zanya morale.
Well, kind of it. Getting a beating like that will definitely put a huge blow to your morale, so you're not wrong at all. But now what separates alright teams from good teams is also how you can get back from crushing defeats like this, how you can deal with adversity. And I mean, a team that's able to get into the September-October finals, hell, a team that can get into any monthly finals, should be a team that can and know how to deal with adversity.
I'm trying to think, because again, I hesitate to draw on your long past experience, but I'm trying to think of what it's like, because I've had a little bit of esports experience myself. I'm trying to think of how you deal with it when you go into a series like this, you know, a best of 5 series in particular, and the first game goes disastrously. Like, whether it's better to just say, alright guys, we're going to pretend that first game never happened and just start the series over again mentally. Or, you know, or do you try and break down what happened in that previous game and try to persuade your team that it's a fixable problem rather than something that could just happen the same way over again?
I would say that the best strategy is to say, okay, we know that everything just went out of hands. We don't need to figure out everything that went wrong, but figure out where it all started. Figure out why it went wrong. Because if you can figure out, okay, so at 1 minute into the game, that is where everything just started falling to pieces. Then you can say, okay, why did it fall to pieces? Who did what? How could we have helped this player? And then you can start to work from there. But with that being said, kind of it, we're heading into game number 2 because we have a passkey, and then we're ready to get into overtime for Clan Zanya versus Omni Esports.
So we won't be able to stick around in this game for very long. We'll just play for a couple of minutes because it looks like the next lobby is coming together as we speak. So I think we'll probably go for about a minute or so and then drop out. The game will, of course, will carry on at ESL 1, 2, 3 while we are getting set up. We definitely recommend you guys take advantage of that opportunity to get the game in. The finals broadcast will be concluded once the last game of the finals has taken place. And, oh, well, looks like here's a perfect opportunity to jump out, as I believe we'll be quickly getting into our next game in just a few moments' time.
Well, the passkey has been passed, kind of, as I told you.
Indeed.
I was so confused. Perhaps you couldn't hear me.
Oh no, I could. I was just already doing it.
Oh, about listening to me, as I tend to not do with you. Perhaps you're.
You mean I learnt it all from you, Pa? I learnt it all from you.
Yeah, you're giving me back a piece of my own medicine.
It's like the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
I've never heard of that story.
Have you not? I mean, I think it's from a story, but it's a song. It's about
well,
a...
to be fair, we probably didn't hear the same stories or songs as, in our childhoods, because, well, there's an age difference, but there's also a...
Oh. Hello, what's going on here? It looks like they may have made the lobby...
What's happening, my friend?
It looks like they maybe... Well, they made the lobby, but it looks like they must have quit out again. Okay, yes, they're changing passkey.
Yeah, we just got a new one.
Alright. Oh, there we go. Thank you to Uno, who's coming to help out on the admin desk. Let's get into position for game number 2.
Well, kind of it. My money on Omni. I definitely think that with the way that Omni they played in game number 1, that it was just way better than what Sandia they put up against Omni. But now I see Sandia, they're taking in the good old strategy of saying, okay, if we can't beat them with 5 players, we're gonna beat them with 6.
A most puzzling development. I think the teams, well, like all of our top teams, you don't come with just the 5 players to a tournament like this. When when there's big stakes on the line for winning, you've got to make sure that you can field the team. You've got to have a minimum of 5 players who can play. So I think, if I'm running a team, I want to have at least 6 players for any given tournament, so you can rotate in and out anyone who's getting tired. Ideally 7, to be able to bring in particular players who are good on particular maps, and also give you the fallback in case anyone can't make it.
You need to remember kind of it as well. Once you start your first game, you need to have 3 of those players, or 3 of those 5 players in your roster for the remainder of the evening. So if you start a game with 5 players, but then suddenly, as you say, someone get perhaps tired, or if someone has to go, you need to be able to fill up the ranks again. But you do need to have 3 core players, and usually that's a manager, a captain, and perhaps a team owner, who will consist of that 3 core duo, or so trio, I guess it is.
From trios to game number 2, Omni Esports and Zandia now will clash here on Overtime. Omni Esports with 1 game already in pocket. A second game victory here would almost put this beyond doubt. 26 kills in advantage were Omni from game number 1. We'll see how well Zandia are able to recover from that crushing game 1 loss.
Yeah, well, they do have a lot of work ahead of them. Counterfeit, if they want to take down Omni Esports, they need to figure out how to limit Omni's potential. Because in game number 1, it was huge. Omni, they did everything in their power to just completely dominate Sandia. And I think Sandia perhaps trying to work more together, stay together. I don't really know how to deal with Omni, because Omni, they are so strong as individuals, but still they are working together in a close, in a close proximity to each other. So when one dies, you usually have someone who can quickly rotate over and back them up. So I would say working in a group might just be the best way from Sandia, but aiming properly against us is a very smart idea.
I mean, we did see that there from the Omni side. That even when some of their best performing players got taken out, they had someone who was immediately there to follow up with a kill. Let's just check in on those early kills. So we've got ourselves 15 kills right now for Omni Esports, whereas only 12 for Zandia. It's not as bad as it has been in the previous games, but we can see the health bars of the Mexican squad in blue in this game dropping down perilously low. As Meliodas does pick up a kill. Vibrant 3's not too shabby, and they're about to run into more trouble. This time, it's more than they can handle, courtesy of Shockwave and friends.
Yeah, Sandia, making moves this time around, kind of fit, not giving up, not falling over, rolling over. And Omni, they definitely need to actually work for this time around. But look at this, Omni getting shut down, double kill right there for Sandia. Making their moves back, and Omni, this is what we were talking about before we headed into game number 1, kind of bit. Omni have a tendency to become cocky, and right now we're definitely seeing them just move a bit too far into enemy territory.
Yeah, it can be so dangerous. Even when you think you've cleared a room, a respawn can leave an enemy in your blind spot. Very nice play from Zandia to use the verticality, the up and down over the different levels to try and find those angles onto Omni where they're shooting them in the back of the head. That takes some serious maneuvering to be in the right place at the right time. Shockwave from over on Omni. Currently 10-4. The Omni team are looking very good here, but up the stairs and immediately getting knocked down. Zandia is starting to come back in here, so that's 18, 21, 31 for the Zandia team. And I think for Omni, those numbers aren't quite adding up. 20, 25. I think Zandia are actually winning here.
Omni Esports overstepping their boundaries a bit, kind of bit. Might as well just bit them in their butt, and now Sandia with control of this game. They just need to close it out and make sure not to give it back to Omni. Omni not changing up their playstyle right now. Once again going for those individual outplays, and well, it hasn't worked out so far. You can see right there, one Omni member rushes in, no one there to back them up, and Omni Esports, they just lose players, and they lose even more kills over to Sandia that they can't afford to lose.
This could be the last chance here for Omni Esports, which is a shocking thing to say based on the Game 1 performance. Playboy up the stairs. You can see that Omni, they've taken control of the top right-hand fortress. But with Zandia in the lead, there's no way to play defensively. Omni are going to be forced out of their comfort zone and into the waiting arms of the Mexican squad, who I think, if these numbers stay the same up to the end, they're not just going to win, but I think they're going to get a comfortable win in game number 2.
Well, it's looking that way here. Sandia sticking together as a squad, making sure to cover each other's butts. Kind of it means that no one's butts will be hurt, and that they can win over Omni.
Butts are the currency of victory in MC5 for sure. Scan CZ, beautiful sniping work there, covering the top, and I think managing to mostly stay out of the direct attention of the Omni Esports squad. So we do see the attempted flank around Omni. They're up on the roof as well, but they're not going to get it in. Let's check those final numbers. But it is 50-44, a lot closer than the previous round, but a great reversal of fortunes. That ties up the series, 1 game apiece, and what a comeback from Zandia.
That is indeed surprising, kind of it. Omni, they started out so well, but it wasn't as big a lead as they had in game number 1, so it meant that Zandia could fight their way back, and then Omni on top of that, they kept going for those individual fights. They tried to work as these one-man units. It didn't work out. They got defeated pretty damn hard here, and now that means that we're gonna head into construction site. We're guaranteed to go into scramble as well, but we could go all the way to Vantage here tonight. So a huge best of 5 series that we still have to conclude.
Alright guys, so that means we're going to have a little bit of time to try and sneak in a community game. ESL 1, 2, 3, do come and join us. Vamos Zandias. Looks like the Zandia team is starting to pick up a little bit of support in the chat, as they managed to change their fortunes quite dramatically between game 1 and 2. And the idea, based off of game 1, we could see an upset. I don't think it even crossed my mind. I don't know about yours, Dealers. Nothing in game 1 suggested that Zandia had this potential.
I definitely didn't expect it, kind of bit, but you know, sometimes you can't judge a team off of one single performance. At least that's what we're seeing right now. And, you know, Sandia, they're proving us wrong. They're proving everyone wrong. They're proving Omni Esports wrong as well. That they aren't a team that's just going to fall over like a house of cards. And that they can actually fight with the very best. And that they deserve to be in the grand final.
Alright guys, the game is up. ESL 1, 2, 3. Do come in and join up as soon as you can. So game 3 is on the cards. Hobbs, welcome, welcome.
If you want to join in, use the passkey ESL123. You can see it in your right hand corner. Do you want to kick Counterfeit's butt? Well, now is your chance.
What a glorious opportunity. Alright, ESL 1, 2, 3. Let's get this. There you go, Mip Mip. Welcome, welcome. One more invite out. Let's get going. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, hello. Who's sending me a message?
Hey. You're supposed to make goat noises.
No, I'm not. You're a filthy liar.
Dog noises? No, I'm the one that makes goat noises.
I wish you wouldn't.
Why?
Let me count the ways, Seedless. 1, cause it's terrifying. 2, because it doesn't sound like a goat. 3, because dog noises are the best. Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
Need I go on?
I feel betrayed.
Betrayal?
Yes.
Why do you feel betrayed, Seedless? What's possible wrong have I visited upon your head? Oh, nice. My random grenade throw got the first blood.
You want to know why I feel betrayed?
Do tell.
Because you betrayed me.
I mean, that's a good enough reason, I suppose. Oh, hello. We've got a passkey for the next game. So we'll just play about 30 seconds more of this. Then we'll get down to business as... That wasn't a very good idea, was it? I would recommend, if you are going to charge at the opposition like a crazed bull, not to start firing your weapon before you do so, because you will absolutely advertise exactly where you are from every single moment. But alright, so game number 3, Dealers, everything we thought we knew has been thrown out the window. The Mexican squad, Clan Zandia, winning game number 2 in pretty impressive fashion. I mean, it's only 6 kills ahead, but previous game was 26 kills behind. Do you even have a prediction for what's going to happen in game number 3?
I'd rather not. Omni Esports, I mean, like, they've shown us that they can both beat Clan Sandia pretty easily and that they can go toe-to-toe with them. But, I mean, Clan Sandia could just do something incredibly crazy once again, like we saw in game number 2, and, well, win the entire game, Counterfeit. So I would rather not make a prediction.
That sounds like the coward's way up, D-list. I demand satisfaction. I demand you choose a winner. I mean, being wrong has never really slowed down a lot of analysts in the past.
I'm a winner.
Are you? Are you really?
I'm a winner of, what am I a winner of?
I don't know.
Have I ever won anything?
The hearts of a grateful nation?
Nah, I don't think I won the Danish nation's heart.
The livers of an ungrateful nation?
Well, I once got a student's exam, or a high school exam, or a high school degree, rather. So I guess that's winning something.
Hey, I'd say it counts. Alright guys, we're getting into game number 3. This will put one of our two teams in position to finish out this grand finals in the next game. Omni Esports from the USA over in the blue, Zandia representing Mexico, the last of the 3 Mexican squads left in the competition for Omni Esports. This would be yet another victory to add to the pile for Zandia. This will be their first time ever.
But now it kind of fits. Zandia, they're only coming in here with 3 players to begin with, now 4. So it's starting to look a bit better for them, but if they only had 3 or 2 players to work with, it would make it so much harder to fight against Omni. But right now, they're putting all of the emphasis up on that sniper's nest, making sure to control that. And from there, they can shoot down in that courtyard. But they do need to have someone down in that courtyard,
Ooh.
making damage control, making sure that people can't just rush up to someone like against Sisi, who then has to save their own bot. So you need someone with cockpiece running down there, damage control. That is what they're all about.
The elephant in the room here is Gansizi with 5 kills so far. I think they've been killing so many members of Omni Esports that Omni just aren't pursuing Gansizi anymore. Camilo, who we saw doing so well in the previous game, is providing the front guard as you mentioned, Zandia are down to just 3 members, having some connection problems in this all-important grand final. What a heartbreaking for them it would be to get to this point and then to have it all thrown away by someone's connection dropping at the worst possible time.
Oh, absolutely, kind of it. It does hurt a lot, and I would love to see Zandia once again go toe-to-toe with Omni, show us what they're made of. But if connection issues is a real part of, if connection issues is threatening rather their team right now, then honestly, it's no surprise that they can't perform up to par.
Let's take a quick look at those numbers. So, Gansizi, obviously, as we mentioned before, the bright spot for the red squad. Unfortunately, walking backwards into the opposition there. And that's the first death Gansizi taking from very, very long range as well. Numbers adding up to, ooh, let's say, that's going to be 14 for Omni Esports. The numbers, I don't think we're going to get up to the 50 kills just with the lack of players.
Yeah, 11 from Zandia. They are lacking a bit behind. Gansizi is the one picking up all those kills. Everyone else.
Oh, wow.
From Zandia. And yeah, well, you know, that's just mean right now. Zandia, they're having connection issues. You shouldn't dab on them. You shouldn't even teabag them.
The thing is, I don't feel like that's mean. I feel that's disrespectful from Omni, which I guess kind of falls under the same thing. I think, if anything, Omni Esports are feeling a little bit threatened by how well Gansizi is playing from the Zandia side. That even while this game itself is seeming like it's an unwinnable one as a 3 versus 5, Zandia are still putting up a good fight, and I don't think Omni like that, and I think they're sore off the previous game's loss as well.
But now, kind of, we have to look at our situation at hand. Zandia, they aren't able to defend against the unrelenting fight that Omni they're putting up. Gansizi, the only one who's doing fairly well right now on the side of Zandia, is being targeted time and time again by Omni, not being able to breathe. And Omni, they're not giving a chance. And it's really just choking them out. But now Zandia, they have a full man roster. But is it too late?
So whatever was holding back the Mexican squad seems to have been resolved, but I think you're right. We are getting perilously close to the end of the game. 18, 23, 27, 31. Maybe Zandia can catch up. So Zandia themselves joining in. Chiquito as well. Gansizi has dropped off their perch as the untouchable one. Currently 8 and 5. as it seemed like Omni have found their way to harvest enough points to put them in a very good position now that we are 5v5.
Camilio finds a kill right there, kind of fits 7-14. Now that's a lot of deaths, but if Camilio can start to find those kills, could even out everything. But I do believe that
Whoa!
pretty much in the lead, but Camilio now picking up the slack, making sure that Sandia, they're not going to go into the night in a quiet fashion.
Yeah, very nice double headshot there. I mean, you see how quickly people can go down. The Cog V definitely has enough in the tank, a big enough magazine to go through multiple people when they're standing close to each other. So, at some points, the teamwork is going to come back to bite. Remember, Camillo here, 10-14. You look at those numbers, you think they're not having the best of games, but this was the star player for Zandia in the game that they did win. I think it's only right and just that they're part of the Zandia comeback in Game 3.
Oh yes, and if there is a comeback to be kind of it should be on the back of Camilio right now. Just finding kills left, finding kills right. That's the first step in what, like, nearly 5-6 kills. So Camilio definitely stepping up to the plate. Now Omni are the ones having trouble with kills and with players starting to lose out. I believe they've lost one of their strongest performing members as well here. So Omni Esports in quite a dire situation.
Yeah, Zandia, they've managed to set themselves up in the sniper's nest, and Omni are having real trouble actually breaking through the line there. Let's see, that's 21, 29, 32, 40 kills. I don't know if I presume that the left players' kills are still going to count for the total, so we don't know exactly who's going to win. But as we come to the end, we can hear the music coming in to signal the end of the round. Zandia, they might have managed to pull it back. Who's it going to be?
Oh, Omni are going to win it.
Wow.
Just shy of 5 kills. If Zandia had started this kind of it with their full roster, I'm sure it would have been all about Zandia. But unfortunately, connection issues means that they're going to lose this game. And Omni, fortunately, buy themselves another day to work with. Because once everyone from Zandia came in, Omni, they were getting their butt kicked.
Yeah, you can see Zandia, the team owner for the Zandia squad, 3-1 at the bottom there, putting in a good performance in the late game. That's got to be a heartbreaker, especially because, you know, we've got people in the stream who are starting to come around to the Zandia squad as a potential upset winners here against Omni. Now, Zandia have to face down Omni with one more game remaining. Game number 4 of Grand Finals will be coming up momentarily. For now, though, guys, do come and join us live on the stream. ESL 1, 2, 3. We're going to, let's say, conversion. And our next game will be coming up momentarily.
Did you inform our admin of who won game number 3?
I have not.
I will do that then.
Marvelous! Hero Gaming Simon throwing out a thoughtful emoji in the chat. I'd love to hear Hero Gaming Simon, or indeed Dillis, your thoughts on where we ended up with after that last game. I'm still in the mindset that if we can see a full Zandia squad from the beginning of Game 4, this could go all the way to the 5th game.
I absolutely agree with you, kind of fit. If Clan Zandia, they are able to have their entire roster from the very get-go and not allow Omni Esports to develop a lead, then I definitely think this could go all the way advantage.
Kyushi asking, can they troll? Why, the custom games are the best place to troll, of course, Kyushi. You can do whatever you like. Though I prefer if you didn't... I don't think there's anything you can do that will directly cause your team to lose, but if you want to use some kind of equipment that's really terrible, like, for example, everyone's favourite, the Tony... Oh, wait, you can't use a Tony crossbow because that's a prestige weapon. I don't know if I told you, Deedless, that's one of my ambitions for MC5 is to try and get the Tony rebranded as a tier 7 weapon just so it can be used in ESL competition. Hey Rob over on Twitch. So some friends of mine from Exeter are celebrating the Chinese New Year this evening. I'm dropping by the streamer to say hey. How you doing, Rob? This is MC5, a mobile first-person shooter we're doing as part of ESL competition. I'll see if I can get a couple more people because conversion is pretty good. Also, Zandia is watermelon. Oh, so that's what that's about, Hero Gaming, Simon. I didn't know. I wonder why people were kind of spamming watermelons into the chat. Alright. Oh, where we go.
Now we know that kind of bit, that apparently a Sandia is a watermelon. Melon, so, I mean, today I learned.
Ah, and I think that's Ollie as well, the Devon cows. I don't think I've talked about Devon very much on the stream. It's a strange place. It's one of those places that, from the outside, Devon is a... yeah, you think, oh, it's a kind of provincial place, but I think a lot of people live in the cities and don't really have too much contact with the agricultural community that's part of Devon. Rob's enjoying the shoot. I'm glad, Rob. You're in the right place if you want shoot and also kaboom.
And what about pew pew?
Well, I think we need to have prestige weapons allowed to really have pew pew in a real sense. Because to me, pew pew is more like a laser thing than it is a regular gun. But I don't know how it is in Denmark.
Pew pew.
Alright then.
Oh, are you asking like which sound we're gonna make? We make in Denmark.
Yeah.
Well, we'd probably go bang bang more than
I mean, that's pretty straightforward, I suppose.
yeah, well, we're not that creative in Denmark.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, don't be.
What's the Danish equivalent of meow meow? Because that's something that tends to vary a lot between cultures. Like, for example, so Psycho Rob has got a sideline as a Japanese teacher. And the Japanese form of meow meow is nyan nyan, which is pretty different.
I think we say meow meow as well, but instead of saying meow meow, also we have a passkey. We like draw it out a bit more, so it's meow meow.
That sounds like the same thing to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's absolutely the same word, but we just like to draw it out a bit more. You say meow meow, we say meow. It's like the word is a bit more drawn out. Pronunciation of it.
A drawn out meowing contest. Boy, I never. Alright guys, so the next game is coming up. The heartbreaker for our watermelon buddies, Clan Zandia, in game number 3. They couldn't field a full squad throughout the game. It looked like they were coming back really fiercely towards the end of game number 3. Ultimately, they landed oh so slightly short. Deedless, based on what we've seen, do you have faith that Clan Zandia kind of get their way back into the series?
Yes, I do believe. I think that if they have the full roster, I don't see a reason why they couldn't make the way. They were able to, well, like after having lost or having played 4 minutes with a 3-man roster, they were able to make the comeback more or less in game number 3. In game number 2, I feel like, were able to stabilize the game for themselves. So I think this could be their game, but they need to get a good start to the game. They can't afford to start out with only 3 players, because then Omni Esports will punish them. Omni, as a team, are good enough to do that and punish them when they see an opening like that.
I think a special recognition has got to go out to Gansizi from the side of Zandia from that last game. as I think they are switching the sides around. There we go. Gansisi was the player who managed to hold on and keep up a pretty good record for the majority of that early game when it was 3 versus 5 for Zandia. I think, I don't know, I'd like to see Gansisi get that chance to at least, even if Zandia don't go on to win the whole thing, I definitely would like to see the squad get a chance to play at full strength, win out a game before, and at least go out fighting.
Well, kind of it. I think you need to swap around the names because apparently Zandia will be playing on the blue side.
Well, gosh, they just keep switching around all over the place. I can't keep track of where they're going. But yes, Playboy and Razor, Galaxy, Jaden X, and Shockwave making up Omni's lineup for this all-important game number 4. One win away are Omni Esports from claiming yet another crown. Zandia, they were so close before. I'm just waiting to see how many Zandia start this next game with.
Let's get this game on the way, kind of it. This could be the deciding one. Omni, they're just one step away, but Zandia, they have their own fate and their own chance and destiny and whatnot in their hands, kind of it. They need a good start. And right now, only 3 players have joined in, but to be fair, Omni, they only also have 3 players. They're slowly coming in, and now we're up to a 4-4 roster. So Zandia, they have what they need now. They just need to make this work for them.
So there we go. Zandia almost at full strength. Certainly a heck of a lot better than before. Ollie over on Twitch is supporting the Reds. Omni Esports are on 2 games to 1. Hero Gaming Simon is supporting the very idea of meowing at people, which I think we can all get behind. As I think Omni are going to actually go pretty much even in the opening. Camilo and Chiquito picking up kills apiece. Galaxy and Razor for Omni. As it's looking like we're into some pretty heavy sniping territory. 3 snipers for Zandia being brought out. Chiquito, 2 kills so far. As the Uwoos also come out on a YouTube page. In fact, it looks like Zandia have got themselves a lead. 6 kills so far to the 4 of Omni. Chiquito, though, getting a little bit caught out of position with these sniper rifles. It's very do or die. As Dealers will be right back, just trying to get some headset issues sorted out. So it'll just be my good old self for probably the duration of the rest of this game. Hopefully Dealers will be back with us shortly. Chiquito, up to 5 kills, even down below half health, is still pumping out the bullets from that BSW. Unstoppable!
Wow, Chiquito, so strong, kind of it. That's 7 kills with that sniper. Definitely coming in there and showing us how it is done, giving Zandia just a bit of life and hope to work with.
Chiquito cashing in those kills as well for an airstrike to catch Omni Esports redeploying on the battlefield. Now up to 10 kills. The carry along with Camilo for the Zandian squad. A nice grenade will put pay to the sniping for the moment, but Omni, they are on the back foot in game number 4.
Not off to a good start at all, kind of fit, in Zandia so damn close to pushing this all the way to advantage. This could be their series. They're not gonna give up without a fight, and honestly, Omni Esports right now have found a team that know how to deal with Omni. This is not going super great for Omni at all.
And notable as well for the Mexican squad in the blue that they have got themselves back up to full strength. Of course, Camilo and Chiquito are doing the lion's share of the work here. Chiquito having all the time in the world to get the job done. There we go. If you can't do it with a sniper rifle, the old knife to the eye is a good conversation ender.
Yes, well, you know, that sniper is usually a one-shot, one-kill. To the eye is also a good way of killing someone. So right now, Chiquito being extremely deadly, and on the esports, they can feel the rage and the death that Chiquito is just building up right now and pouring on top of them. I believe Omni, they're only around what, like 12 kills? Nah, a bit more, but Sandia, they're just way further ahead.
Yeah, Chiquito still keeping up, as there will be a one-out sniper battle. Galaxy pays the price, as Minotauro and Gansizi are doing the best they can. Chiquito and Camilla, though, they're getting taken out more and more as this game goes on. I think Omni are realizing that they can just rush down Zandia and they'll function a lot less effectively than they have been in these straight sniper battles.
Minotauro moving up. That's one kill with that cockpit. Good stuff. Good aiming coming out here. Jaden X, P10 not too hot right now. Being handled effectively in this game, not knowing how to fight their way back. Razor, the one that's looking real good here for Omni Esports, but 6 and 5, not a good scoreline to work with at all.
There was a moment just back there where the entirety of Omni were taken off the field. I was looking at the health indicators on the bottom. They were all gone thanks to some excellent airstriking work. I don't know if we can look at the numbers here. Yeah, there we go. Military support kills 12. Explosive kills 3 times as many for Zandia as there have been for Omni. As, oh, hello, we managed to get the scoreboard back. Apparently all you need to do was press escape. There we go.
Well, that is what we've been waiting for all evening, kind of fit.
Oh, no, it's gone again.
Escaped and, press escape! Press escape! It escaped!
No.
Oh,
it's just a fluke, but we can certainly tell that Zandia are almost done with this game 4. The hopes and dreams have turned out to be the case. Even with Zandia only holding on to 4 players, I think they are about to bring us to a game number 5. Omni, the world has been rocked. They are on the back foot. Just a few more kills required. And Minotauro gets the final one. 50 to 44. We shall see a game number 5.
while it felt dominant from Sandia counterfeit, Omni Esports put up a fair fight, only falling behind 6 kills in total.
So back and forth to the final game. Everybody, we have the possibility of seeing new champions. Gansizi, exactly what we hoped from game number 3. They stood strong while the rest of the team crumbled. In game 4, they stood tall. Gansizi getting the MVP from that last time round. Guys, this will be our last custom game of the stream. Do come and join ESL 1, 2, 3. It's 2 games apiece. The last one will be coming up momentarily. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright guys, so where shall we go? I think to the rooftops. Why don't we? Why don't we? For a free-for-all, because that's going to be the most chaotic of all. ESL 1, 2, 3. ESL 1, 2, 3. Do come and join. Hey Mango, welcome back to the stream. And Ghostbox. So, we did have some questions brought up about the number of players that were playing for the Zandia squad. I believe I'm not an admin by any means, but my understanding is as long as they start with 5 players, it doesn't actually matter how many players end up connecting. And I think we did see 5 players at points, so I definitely don't think there's anything which is being gained by Zandia by not having their full player lineup. Excuse me, just grabbing a drink. But hey, it's led us to this point. This is, of course, a monthly finals on PC, so these are 2 of the best teams available. Omni Esports now faced with the possibility of their own mortality coming into game number 5. If we look back through Omni Esports history, it's just win after win after win. As long as you can read. For that to be broken here, and to be broken by a team that I'm just going to have to look back and see if I can read into the Zandia squad. Yeah, they've only played in 2 previous tournaments, and they've only ever made it into the 2nd round. This is the furthest they've ever been in the tournament, and they are in with a shot of taking down one of the biggest teams on PC. We, of course, are waiting on our last passkey for our last game. It's been one hell of a series so far, and we thank you guys for joining us. Of course, please do give the Modern Combat channel a follow if you're new around here. We will be back next weekend with even more streams. We've currently got planned out 4 different streams, 2 on iOS, 1 on Android, 1 on PC, and we hope you'll be able to join us for some of them at least. They'll be spread across a few different time zones, as I don't believe that I didn't manage to take down Tony there. Shucks. But hey, that's what you get for not activating your Berserk core, I suppose. Let's go a-hunting once again. Oh. Excellent. Hobbs, sit down. Ha ha ha! An insanity. The same to you too. Oh no, Hobbs revenge! Camilo T! Actually, let me have a quick check and see if it's part of the prizes. Actually, I don't think the prizes of the PC one are actually set up on the ESL page correctly right now. But if it's like the iOS competitions, then there should be the ESL camo on the line. I don't believe Invictus camo is currently the ESL camo. That rotates around between seasons. I believe it's the constellation of the Phoenix Triumphant that's currently on the line for whichever team it wins the finals. Or comes in, sorry, top 3. Hello, Snow Shovel. Mango Areventa. How are we doing? Actually, not too bad. We're in 3rd. I call that a win. What is Reventa? Well, that's new. Alright, well, Soldier is apparently going to go on a little trip through the ceiling. Oh no! I think that was the player we were running away from all this time. ESL 1, 2, 3. I think we've still got a little bit of room left, as that was probably quite a bad time to be checking the scoreboard. Getting shot directly in the face. Hooah! I always like to chuck the grenades around randomly. You never know who you might meet. Hobbs! Ugh. Yes, Nova TM. That does look like someone who is using something that they shouldn't be. Unfortunately, that can happen. Sonic Road Trip through Tokyo Drift Part 4 with a vengeance. Nova TM, I'm not a developer, so I can't really do anything about anyone doing anything they shouldn't. Also, that was someone using a new account to do that, so it's not going to make any difference if they get banned anyway. Alrighty then, we have got our passkey for the very last game of the stream. Our hopefuls from Mexico await the opportunity to prove themselves against #1 squad, Omni Esports. Guys, grab yourselves some delicious water or your beverage of choice. Hold your friends and loved ones close, for this game at 5 will be a once in a lifetime. Let's see if the lobby is up and the players are ready to fight for their share of 30,000 in-game credits. And of course, whatever extra prizes they could acquire as well along the way. It makes me wonder actually if they might have had a remake on our lobby. Let's keep trying. Alright guys, well while we wait for that lobby to come together, since it looks like it's maybe a little bit delayed from what we'd hoped for, let's go back a little bit across the two teams. So for Omni Esports, let's give you guys a little bit of a reminder as to the previous pedigree. They have won 5 tournaments in a row prior to this point, and I believe they are multi-time monthly champions. They're headed up by team owner Playboy with a double manager setup of Armor and Razor. I believe at least Razor is playing here today. And of course, Playboy themselves. They've got Galaxy, Gay Zero, Jaden X, Asane K, Quay, Steve KO, and Vince 16 on their 7-player roster. 9 if you include Armor and Razor, and 10 if you include the owner themselves. Omni, they've been around since April 2019, so they've certainly been around the block more than a few times. I mean, it's hard to compare them with our friends on the other side of the bracket playing right now, who this is only their 3rd tournament ever, and yet they're still able to give our #1 team a run for their money. Clan Zandia, again representing Mexico and headed up by Zandia with Camilo T, Chiquito, MC5, and Kazomu, Marco, YouTube, Mano Toro, we saw from that last game, and Snone, all on the squad. This will be their furthest trip through a tournament ever. Hero Gaming Summon, yeah, we did alright in that last community game. Just waiting on an update for... Oh, let's see. Oh, there's one more digit in that passcode than we were told. How confusing. Alright, there we go. Looks like we were looking in the wrong place this whole time. Game number 5 is here. The players are pretty much ready to go straight away. They're sticking to the same sides. It's going to be the last game of the tournament here on Vantage. Gansizi, Chiquito, Camilo, Zandia, and Minotoro up against Omni Esports for a chance of a lifetime. 20,000 credits to the winner, 10,000 to second place. These are our 2 best teams from today. They've given us one hell of a performance. Now it's all down to this one game. The first, the 50 points, or the most when the timer runs out. I don't think there's any danger of that happening this time around. Both of these teams have been more than willing to give us oodles and oodles of unlimited aggression. Playboy, team owner of Omni, is who we're starting things off with. The team from the USA. They've been a tremendously consistent team for a long time. I don't know what they're making of this current situation, as Playboy just escapes being first blooded there. In exchange of grenades, Chiquito does pick up the first one to give the first blood across. Galaxy, the very first victim. Both teams expending their ordnance in the early going, just trying to pick up those individual kills. There's every possibility this will come down to the wire as we see Playboy put down in short order. Camilo picking up kill number 2 and a third one as well. That's going to be straight away turned into an auto turret to allow for Zandia to control these upper bounds. You got to watch out. There's going to be a big offensive coming in, but Camilo shuts that one down with kill number 4. Finally, a grenade finds its mark from off to the side, but the damage may well have been done. Zandia, 7 kills to 6. It's still extremely close. Mexican squad now backing off of the center. Marcos Marte, welcome to the stream. You're just in time to see game of 5 of the best of 5 between Zandia and Omni. 2 titans of MC5 esports slugging it out here on Vantage. You can see Omni, they're trying to hold ground up at the top. Razor, their teammate there. Let's see if we can get that map back if we can. And we can see here as well, the stats between the 2 teams, very, very even. There we go, we got the map back. Hurrah! 12 kills to Zandia, 8 to Omni. Arya Anissa coming in as an Omni supporter. I think there's probably quite a lot of Omni supporters in the chat. This has been a successful team for an extremely long time, and I think if any team has, they're a team that should have earned your respect. Ben Bedrew over on Facebook, welcome. Again, you are in the right place at the right time. Kansizi pick up the kill onto Razor there, but Masao is starting to pick up steam. A 5-0 on the recon is going through at speed, charging forward. Zandia do take them down to give them the first one. Sonic, yes, we fixed the caster view, if only for a second. We'll check it with Masao and see if we can get that back. Nope. I don't know what's going on there. It's good to know there is a way to solve it. And still, the stats remain the same. Notice, though, for the side of Omni, who have got themselves 6... Oh, this is how we can tell how much we've got. Look at the difference in headshots between the two squads. Omni, vastly more experienced as a team, and that's being reflected in the fact they've got twice as many headshots as the Zandia squad. But this isn't still enough to actually put them in the lead. Masao will pick up another. Masao just absolutely monstrous right now. And Shockwave is picking up ahead of steam. There we go, 21 for Omni. They are now in the lead. Could Zandia have come this far just to fall down at the final hurdle? Shockwave chucking out the grenade, still gets the trade across of kills. As Zandia starting to become a little bit desperate here. It's only a difference of a couple of kills, but that's all it takes. A single kill for 10,000 credits. It's all it takes. Let's check back in with Masao, who's currently lurking outside. Does get tagged with a grenade, drop down, misses the shots, but uses the superior ammo capacity of the Bramston to still finalize that kill. Cut down by Monotoro, though, who grabs another on the way out. Wait a second, Zandia? I don't even know where it came from, but they've managed to punch their way back into the lead once again. I think we're going to have a race all the way to the finish line. The military support still similar. Look, and the headshot numbers are starting to creep up. But still, somehow, some way, Zandia are defying every single odd you could even care to imagine. Chiquito, absolutely pinpoint with that BSW sniper rifle. Is looking for another target. Spots one, but not quite in time. The hesitation was all it took to get the kill back in. Playboy is firing up into the center of Vantage here. That is a heck of a toss on that grenade, realizing they're getting flanked around by the Zandia team. 32 to 27. Zandia are still ahead. They're still within reach of the greatest achievement of their short competitive lives. A new butt to sit on the MC5 PC throne is seeming more and more likely. Of course, we will be back on PC for another finals next weekend as we try and catch up on all of our missed opportunities so far. Chiquito, 14 and 8. Still absolutely monstrous, but gets cut down. This could be the last chance. We're getting towards the end of the game. I don't think we can quite see the timer, but the gap is starting to fall down. Playboy grabbing a couple in quick succession. Make that 3. And another one as well means we're going to be seeing some of the newer military support coming in. Bullet shield, grenade blocker as well can help give Omni control of the center. Last few moments, 45 to 43. Omni, they're so close to catching up. Playboy has been pulling it out here for the squad that they founded. Chiquito is on the outside, isn't managing to find the angle in onto Omni, who are playing very smart, staying away from that deadly sniper. Camilo on the side, though, trades the kill across. Their teammate goes down, but Camilo round to the side, picks up another 14 and 9. It's 49 to 47. Omni, one more kill's going to do it. Omni are charging in. Playboy and the rest of the team, they're looking for that kill. It's 49 to 49. A single kill is all it's going to take. The grenades are flying in. One sniper is all it's going to take. Who got it? It's Omni. After all of that, by a single kill, Omni slap down the challengers of Zandia and claim once more the throne on PC. My God, that was incredibly close. Galaxy and Masuo pulling it out at the end there. What a showing from Zandia. But ultimately, short by a single kill. It's just like I was saying at the beginning. A single kill is all it takes, and it's all that mattered right at the end. Congratulations to our champions, Omni Esports. Zandia from Mexico, the best of all three Mexican teams playing here today. They gave Omni one hell of a run for their money, and on any other day, it could have ended very differently. 49 to 50. Omni Esports, they hold on to the crown, but apparently there is a new contender in town. Zandia, congratulations on an incredibly well fought series. And Omni, they stay on top for now, but their time in the sun could be limited. I'm very much looking forward to see what Zandia have got for us in the future. We know there was at least one game in there that was decided by the connection issues for the Mexican team. We'll have to see what's coming up in the future. Hero Gaming Simon, thank you so much for staying around and doing the moderating. Our thanks again to our wonderful admins, Uno, Barbaros, and also Forio, as one of our new community managers for the MC5 scene. Thank you for giving us this fun. We almost didn't have it. 20,000 credits to Omni Esports, 10,000 to our friends from Zandia, and I believe as well there's going to be camos for the top 3 places. For now though, thank you guys so much for joining together with us. Please do give Modern Combat a follow, because we will be back next weekend with tons more top quality action. If you'd like to see my own stuff or dealers', our links are in the chat, but for now, I think my voice is going to start working in a second. So thank you guys so much for joining us again. Next Saturday, next Sunday, tons more top quality MC5 action, and we will be getting back to our regularly scheduled weekly competitions once we're done with these finals as well. Whew! I'm going to go collapse in the heap. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.